Oh, Vince froze.
It's okay, but that's a normal occurrence, though.
Yeah, you're just on your ventriloquist shit. It's all good.
Shout out to my Sting shirt.
It's cool. This way I can finish my taco without being rude in front of everyone.
As soon as you get a big mouthful of that shit, it's going to fix itself.
Right.
More than likely.
Like Russell Westbrook, eat it on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Like eating the popcorn.
Yeah.
He's still frozen.
It'll take a minute. Hold up. I might just leave and come back. Hold up.
Well, what are you going to do that for?
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
We can hear you, and this is a very beautiful picture of you, Vince. Like, this is the most flattering angle we could have got you frozen at.
I'm all blacked out on my end.
Not on our end.
Really?
Like
blacked out because we're in here? That's probably why it sounds kind of racist, Vince.
Yeah, it's personal stuff, Vince. Why would you say that?
I mean, it is an Apple laptop. So, I mean, I'm going to blame it on Apple.
It is a party, Allison. How's it going?
Let's hit the refresh button. See if that helps anything.
It doesn't, because it just kicks him out.
He'll figure it out.
It's so cool. Like, this is like B's second appearance on like a different podcast.
Hey, can we drink liquor on this podcast?
You can do whatever. Bro, we're the number one wrestling podcast on porn. No, we're the number one wrestling podcast on porn, bro. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
People jacking off watching us and shit, man.
I hope
probably. Mostly
Word.
me.
Hey,
probably.
Hey, if y'all beating y'all meat, hey, toast.
Let me ask you a question before we get this show rolling while I'm tagging people in this tweet. Did Dom or Darrell actually tell you what goes on this show and how the show is run?
Nope, but I hope you're about to tell me right now.
I'm about to tell you. You might want to give it a drink. So the format of the show is spit or swallow. So basically what's going to happen is after I introduce everybody and Katie does news or rumors, I'm just going to keep going around in a circle, and I'll be like, Katie, spit or swallow. She'll pick one thing from the week that she watched in wrestling. If she liked it, she's going to swallow it. If she didn't like it, she's going to spit it. And then I'll go to you, I'll go to Darrell, I'll go to Dom, I'll go to Vince. And we'll just keep going till either everyone runs out of spits and swallows or we get close to 2 hours, and then I cut the show off. So that's generally how it goes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
You can also
set you the fuck up.
Hey, this is right up. Hey, I like this shit.
You can also gargle undecidedly if you're not sure how you feel about it.
Ain't gonna be none of that. ain't no undecided on here, man.
All right. No sitting on the fences. I like it.
And this is B, my brother from another mother, man.
Jeez. Not me just noticing Dom's fucking screen name being Lean Malenko. Like, I legit just noticed that shit just
yeah.
Well, now that we got the format out of the way and everyone understands how this show is going to go, y'all ready to get started?
Yes, sir.
Yep, I'm ready.
Of course. Is that on me?
That's you, Vince. That's you.
All
That's your job.
That's your job.
Right. Quick Freddie Benson countdown. In 3, 2.
No, I listen to it all the time. I tell all my friends to Smack It Raw.
Following podcast contains mature content. The views and opinions expressed by the host are not necessarily those of the host. Listener discretion is advised. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the number one wrestling podcast on places where you can find people having sex on the internet, the Smackin It Raw podcast. I am your host, the patron saint of podcasting, the Warden Mad Ritter, and I am here with my co-host this evening. She is host of the She Lead Showcase, Inside the Mind of, in the crowd, getting off, and story time with Ms. Katie Kinsey Bebe.
Hello.
He is the Pornhub Poppy, the Sultan of Spitter Swallow, Daddy Delgado, my friend Vince.
What's up, y'all?
And back for the third or fourth time for Lean Malenko, Dom.
Yep.
The second or third time for Darrell, and the very first time for B. It is Powerbom Jutsu, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey,
Yo.
Thank you.
this is
Thank
my
you for
first
having us
time
here.
on Pornhub, y'all.
Oh, no.
I did not think it was going to be
Don't lie.
like this. I did not think it was going to be this way. But
That's what
it.
everybody says.
We made
Now,
it.
well, Pornhub's been giving us some issues. So Pornhub is they're banning states from accessing them. They're going through all this shit, right? They got all this ID verification bullshit. So they're all like, if you're not ID verified on Pornhub, we're not, and you got guests on, they're not posting our shit. So I'm convincing Travis to move to number 2, which is actually X Video. So we might start soon.
I thought you said X
number one.
Hamster.
Well, I read the rankings wrong. X Hamster is 3rd. Plus X Video sounds better. Number one wrestling podcast on X Video versus number one wrestling podcast on X Hamster. Like X Video. So we may be sliding over, which I'm okay with. It is what it is. Pornhub wants to be difficult, but I want to thank everyone for joining me today. Looks like we got JJ, Allison, and Will in the chat right now. A few other people. Before we get going, this is our last
Give him a second.
WrestleMania. Sorry. This is our last episode until after WrestleMania. There will not be an episode WrestleMania weekend because Katie will be at WrestleMania. Vince will be on his honeymoon, and I'll be in Tennessee visiting the Will Gray, Allison, and then my best friend John and his girlfriend who all live down there. So none of us are going to fucking be here, so we ain't putting on a show next week. It is what it is. However, April 5th is my birthday, so that Friday as I'm driving down, it will be my birthday. And one of my guys, our Patreon subscriber, good friend of mine I've known for a long time, Mike, he sent me a birthday gift. I got it in the mail, and he wanted me to open it live on air. I don't even know what the fuck it is, but we're going to open it and see.
Oh, okay.
Crazy.
Unboxing.
He ain't going to get me anything that's going to get me kicked off air. He's better than that. So,
Right.
We need Pornhub, so it's not going to be crazy.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Look at that.
I'm with it.
that's my guy.
You can put that on the door.
And as Young Kings Wrestling said on the recent episode of theirs, despite his support of Blue Lives Matter, he does have a brother that is a cop. And if BSK says he's okay, so do we. So I trust the Godfather.
You're making a real good argument for Undertaker right here.
Try
I
it,
knew you
man.
was going to say something. I knew you was going to say some shit. I was waiting.
I knew it was too. I got ahead of that shit.
You know me.
I see your
I was
face.
about to say something too.
I know. I see
Listen,
it.
That's a good argument, though.
You see my
Can't
face.
fight
Speaking of
that
saying
one.
something. Speaking of saying something, I haven't listened to the latest episode of Powerbom Jutsu, but I did listen to Waste the White Skin, right?
Oh my goodness.
And
Shout out
I
to
heard
Paul
y'all
Mooney.
talking about Waste of White Skin, which is cool. It's fine. It is what it is, except for the fact that nobody mentioned the biggest waste of white skin, my arch enemy, Matt Riddle, who threw everything the fuck away.
We didn't want to bring him up. He's a waste
if
of
we're
life.
talking about waste, yeah, exactly. So I was just I was waiting for it. I was waiting for Dom to be like, hashtag Riddle over Riddle. Nothing. I was hurt.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. Next time, man.
Damn.
Well, add it into your show right now to let people know.
Oh, Matt Riddle is a waste of white skin, and as someone with white skin, I am an expert.
You can't see it because his screen's blocking it off, but the brick background is spray painted that says "fuck Riddle."
Yeah, it does. Right where my head is. So fuck Riddle. All right. With all of that said, yeah, the New Japan TV champ, that guy. Hashtag Riddle over Riddle. Thank you, JJ. I want to thank everyone who's watching us. If you're watching us live at youtube.com/creationworld, where it is free to like, to subscribe, to comment. Katie, what does that do?
Boost the algorithm and helps find new listeners.
That is correct. And Katie, why is that important to me?
Oh, because you're a whore.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. I am a whore. I am a whore for your likes, for your comments, for your views, for your entertainment. I want you to share me around like you would a whore, ladies and gentlemen. Pass me to your friends, your family, your aunts, your uncles, your brothers, your sisters, step family, all of that. If you enjoy me, I think they would too. I'm here to please, right? And while I'm pleasing you, I need you to do one thing for me over there on YouTube. flick that bean, hit that notification bell, get notified every time we go live, whether it's every Friday at noon for the Creation Conversation, every Saturday now at 10 p.m. Central, 11 p.m. Eastern for Smackin It Raw, and every other Sunday, including tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Central, 11 p.m. Eastern for Getting Off, where we are debuting Trick or Trivia, our horror movie trivia. Katie's going to be there. Will's going to be my Vanna White. Our boy Reek's going to be there participating. We got Tommy coming through. He's not here yet, but he will be. So come check us out for some horror trivia tomorrow night. Again, last show that we have before I take a break for a week. I don't know, about a week. So we won't have anything after that. Also, you guys can check us out live at twitch.tv/creation world. There it is. Where if you have a Amazon Prime subscription, you have Prime Gaming. If you have Prime Gaming, you link that to your Twitch account, you get a free sub every month. It costs you jack shit. You're already paying for that fast delivery. That's how Mike got me this flag was, expedited delivery. So it was here on. You want that shit? You're already paying for Amazon. So this costs you nothing. So it costs you nothing to support us. To be like, hey, these guys are cool as fuck. We want to help them out. Katie's over on Twitch. You can support her. She's been taking sub 5. Our boy Will Gray, who's in the chat, Rivet City Radio. They got a bunch of great shit over there. You can support them too. Listen, if you don't want to support us, support your favorite Twitch streamer. Use that sub. Don't let it go to waste. Amazon's got enough fucking money. Let them spread it around a little bit. Everybody use that sub. Give it to somebody you love. We are also live on Twitter right now. I haven't seen anyone from Twitter yet, so I don't know if that actually worked out or not, but I tried it. We'll see what happens. Oh, Bill's here. Bill, you missed it. I did open it. I opened it right at the beginning of the show, and I want to thank you. This is absolutely beautiful. I'm going to find a spot in the background, hang it up so everybody can see it. So I appreciate it, man. With all that said, Katie, news and rumors.
Yes, that's me. Next gen, it's basically WWE's like Tough Enough, Breaking Ground kind of thing that they're doing with new tryouts and stuff like that, reality show-esque. April 1st, so Monday on the Roku channel. Yeah, the Roku channel. Okay. That's what they decided to put it on. I don't know. So that'll be a thing. They didn't say like how long it would be, how many episodes, nothing like that. I just know that it's going to be there at that time.
1 second, Katie. Temple Play said, if you Smackin It Raw, you have a lot of mistakes. Right now, my pullout game is strong. I got one, and it was on purpose. Got to be clear.
Pullout game strong, Katie, like Cena.
Right?
Undefeated.
Kicking out at 3.
Yep. I pull at 3.
Can I go on, Matthew?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to address it. Sorry, go ahead.
Jesus. Double or Nothing, May 26th, Vegas, MGM. I just don't like the MGM Grand, and Matt tried to give me shit for it on my show. I just don't like that. I don't like it. It's too small.
I didn't give you shit for not liking MGM Grand. I just said I expect AEW to go to the MGM Grand because they can't fill anything bigger. So why not go there? Like, it makes sense that they're going there. That's all I said.
It makes sense. I just personally don't like it. And I wouldn't go anyways. I'm busy.
TC might go. Shout out to TC.
I think TC is. He has missed every opportunity to see Mercedes because he got gypped of it when we went to SummerSlam because of some bullshit. So he needs to see Mercedes. So he will be going to Double or Nothing more than likely. If he doesn't, he's fake.
Like I said, it's Vegas, right? You can't do are you going to go to Atlantic City? Like, you can't do a gambling themed pay-per-view really anywhere else but Vegas.
That's true.
It's true.
I don't see anyone complaining about Double or Nothing being an exclusive Vegas show, but people complain about AEW going to Chicago all the time.
No, fuck that. We don't want it anymore.
Not from Chicago?
I don't run Chicago. I'm just saying, after the way they treated our boy Punk over there, we don't need All Out every month. They can take that shit and go.
I'm gonna talk about it.
So when we go to Chicago, we got to check in with you, right? First,
you do.
Before anything?
You should, absolutely.
He is the warden, after all. He is the warden, so check in with him.
All right, check in with you.
I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't check in with me anyway if you're in town. Like,
I'm going to check in with you like that. Man, down in the city, if you don't check in, I might get shot. Some shit like that.
Jesus.
You listen. I am here to
Wrong
make sure you
kind of
don't
checking.
get shot. I'll tell you where
Okay.
not to fucking go. Like
All
I
right.
got you.
All right, cool.
I'll keep you safe in Chicago. But anyway, TV show on Roku, MGM Grand. What else we got, Katie?
New COO in AEW, Kosha Irby, has previous experience with like sports teams and doing stuff like that. I apparently was in or worked with WWE for a little bit of time too. They need to clearly do something to switch things up. So maybe this will be a step in the right direction for them. I don't necessarily think it's going to happen because Tony Khan's still there, but we can hope and dream.
Yeah.
You know, it's all we really can do at this point. And the WWE Speed Championship. This is so
like the,
for those.
It's
Yeah, like for,
title looking shit.
Basically, I don't know what the title's gonna look like yet, but for those who don't know what that is, it's gonna be 3-minute matches on Twitter, specifically on Twitter. And there's going to be a tournament starting April 3rd. They didn't say anything about who's in the tournament, how long the tournament is, anything like that. It's just 3-minute matches on Twitter. Person who wins becomes Speed Champion. I don't fucking know.
What was it that Dave Chappelle said? He's a speed fucker. He's just trying to hit his best time. Wasn't that thing? I feel like that's what this is.
Feels very gimmicky, especially since it's targeted towards X, Twitter, whatever. We'll see how it is. I'll give it a chance.
You sound like a drug party, man.
Here's what I'm
Speaking of which,
oh man, shout out.
Oh man, I was gonna say I'm not gonna give it a chance at all because the damn website never works anymore.
Oh, that's true.
Like, yeah, 3-minute match is gonna take 6 minutes to load. That was crazy.
Without the buffering,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically 205 Live.
Hey, 205 Live was good for the first week
up.
and a half. It was good.
I thought they did really good, especially like when Neville was the king of the cruiserweights gimmick. Once they decided to steer onto Enzo Amore being cruiserweight champions, when shit went down south.
I fucked with the classics. I didn't watch 205 Live. I fucked with the classics. So it was a Cruiserweight Classic, the Mae Young Classic, all that shit. Like, I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Bring those back. Anything else, Katie?
No, that's it.
All right. Well, then, I guess it's that time, ladies and gentlemen, to spit or swallow the week in wrestling. B, do you want me to start with you, or do you want to see how things go and save you for last?
Hey, save me for last. I won't let X spin that shit. I want to.
Okay.
I want to see real.
Dom's a vet here on Pornhub. Dom, spit or swallow.
So what? Like anything? Oh my god, that sounds fucking disgusting.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say,
but
how many times have you been here?
I know the Rock ass whooping on Cody, man. I'm gonna swallow that. It was a good old fashioned bowling shoe ass whooping. Like he whooped his ass in some fly gear, Versace. Was talking that good shit, so I'm excited.
Look at your boy. Look at your boy.
Here in Chicago, dragged his ass outside in the rain, busted
in the
him
fucking
open.
rain, man. Wow.
But I thought he was gonna throw him over a ledge. I'm like, Rock, please throw this nigga over the ledge. I thought he was gonna do it, but he didn't.
Yeah, no, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, he's gonna toss him over the ledge, isn't he? He's gonna try to murder him. But it was good. And I'm team Cody. I'm team let's finish the story. And I'm team like Rock, like get out of the way, bro. I'm trying to watch Cody versus Roman build. But that was entertaining. That was fun as fuck. Had the whole arena like in the palm of his hand. Like that was amazing. And then the confrontation earlier as well, like together was really good because Rock, all he did was come in and whisper sweet nothing into his ear and then follow suit with what he said he was going to do. Make him bleed.
Whoop your ass.
Jay Lands in the house. I mean, my notes literally say The Rock showed up in Chicago and didn't do shit. Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah, no. I got B and Dom and Darrell. Are you guys team finish the story, or where are you guys sitting at?
I'm not. I hope he lose again.
I do too.
Is it just y'all want to watch the internet burn, or you just?
Nah, I just like a sad ending, man.
Well, you do realize the show is all about happy endings, right?
Yeah,
that's what we do here is happy endings.
But see, this ain't gonna be on there. Sad for Cody. Oh man, he broke a lot of hearts in that crowd last year, man.
Oh man.
I want to see it again. Little kids crying and shit. Oh man.
Grown men crying.
I want to see it.
But I want Cody to win, man. After the ass whooping last year, and he's taking right now, he got to win.
He's got to,
like,
right?
He's been taking a lot of ass whoopings, man.
Right.
I mean, my guy just recently extended his contract past his 40th birthday. So I would hope that, if they invest in him, like monetarily speaking, you should put the title on him. Might as well.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, if you really think about it, there's always next year. Just right
Nah, man.
Real quick, while we got you on some heel shit, what is that? Darrell, while we got you on some heel shit, what is that Venom symbiote that's like growing behind you?
I have no idea why it's doing that. It's just a couch.
Okay,
just a couch.
Because I'm worried for your life. I watch a lot of horror movies, and that doesn't look safe.
No, it's perfectly fine. It's not going to find anybody. It's not going to kill me. But
okay.
Good luck to you.
It looks like he just has a gift playing in the background, like it's gonna be attacking that little bar area.
Right.
Also, B,
there
just
you go.
so you
Venom
know,
is coming.
I did tell you, this is we had the intro. We said, hey, viewer discretion advised, blah blah blah. I had this talk with Darrell and Dom once after they came on the first time. I want y'all to be authentically you. Say whatever the fuck you would say on your show. Don't hold back. Just be yourselves. So don't worry about the white people in the room. We're cool. Say what you got to say.
I may look white, but I'm actually Latino, so it's okay.
That he is. So speaking of Latinos, Vince, spit or swallow.
Oh, okay, cool. Fuck it, I'll start with my Latinos. I'm gonna swallow the setup that they had on SmackDown with LWO and Legado. And shout out Ray Phoenix. Dragon Lee. I'm tripping.
They all look alike at this point.
Wow, man. Come on.
It's okay. I can get away with it.
It's 2024. Come on.
It's all right.
Seriously, Vince, what the fuck?
Dragon Lee being the new member LWO, I thought it was a nice little setup. I was curious as to what they were gonna do. I thought maybe they'd do a multi-person tag match with all the members of LWO versus Legado, Dom, and someone else. I like what they're doing here. I like the little back and forth. They set up a match with Elektra Lopez and Selena Vega for next week. You get the quote unquote future Lucha Libre dubbed by Rey Mysterio and Rey Mysterio versus Dom and Santos. I don't like that they're going back to Dom versus Rey again at Mania, because I thought they were going to do something different with Dom, but I guess this is their way to make sure he's still on the card. And another way for them to even out the numbers game with Legado, but then they add another member. So now there's still a numbers game there. All good stuff. I loved it. It was fun to watch. That match is going to be a speed style match because it's going to be 205 live cruiserweights from WCW style. They're going to go back and forth. It's going to be fun to watch. And the implications that no one in Judgment Day knew that Dom was going to do this, really good. Those are planting some seeds for something down the line too. So it's layers there, Carlito turning it would be interesting.
What is that? Just like you want The Rock to be a heel and use Becky's book, or do you not like Becky Temple Place? That because I mean I would read it on the toilet, but I wouldn't use it for toilet paper. That's expensive ass toilet paper. That book's way more expensive than a roll of toilet paper.
The Rock got it though. The Rock got it.
I'm using quality toilet paper, not like a fucking piece of book paper. Like that shit's crazy.
Hey man, that's got good paper in those books sometimes,
That's
like some real glossy and yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna put it on my ass, but it's good paper.
Bill says Carlito's going to turn.
I mean,
Turn left
he
or
works
right.
better as a heel. Carlito works better as a heel.
Okay, hear me out on this.
Okay.
Carlito turns, but Primo and Epico return, and now we got 3 stables feuding. Yeah, let's just make it complicated for no reason.
LWO Puerto Rico, LWO Mexico, Legado del Fantasma, aka Paquete de Lobos, the Wolf Pack.
The Wolfpack.
So you got like
LWO.
this Latin warfare, pretty much.
Wow.
I'm
When you
all,
say
I'm
it
all
that
for
way.
it. I'm all for it. Like, give it to me. Like, I know a lot of people like to complain. It's like, oh, they're putting all the Latinos together. Me personally, all the Latinos are together. Cool. I love it. Put them all in there. Throw in Andrade in there too. I like seeing all my Latinos together. That way, you know, like I know none of them get excluded. I'm all for it.
Brown
Everybody
Breaker in there
gets
too, because
upset.
he's Dominican.
Yo.
Who? Braun?
Dominican.
So the
Yeah,
tan
no,
is
no.
natural then.
Nah,
Nah.
You see that lineup, man? He go to the Dominican barbershop, man. Get that shit lined up.
Oh man.
You hit him with
Shout
the razor.
out to the homie Braun Breaker then.
Dominican
Katie,
Braun, that's what we call him on the show.
Since I like kind of saw, but I didn't really see it because I was doing my hair. Toni Storm had an interview on Collision, and she kissed Mariah May. Big swallow. I don't even know what it was talking about on Collision. Go, Matt. I retweeted it. You can go look.
I recorded the fucking show. I'll watch the whole 2 hours just to see that shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
You can. It's like we've been saying. It's giving Mickey Trish early 2000s type shit. It's the turn's coming from Mariah, and it's gonna be great. But I just love what they're doing with it right now. And Mariah was so shocked and like taken aback and just like, oh, it was great. It was a great time for me. This is for me.
I'm swallowing that and I didn't even see it. I'm
Yeah, me too.
preemptively swallow and then go back and watch.
Just save that for later.
Darrell,
all right.
with you here, I'm expecting some TNA stuff.
Yep.
because
See, I thought
cover
about
everything.
it. I thought about it.
Everything.
Yep.
This isn't just AEW and WWE, whatever the fuck you watched this week. So I
Cool.
put TNA specifically in the tweet because I knew you were coming and I knew you had some shit for me.
Perfect. See, I was gonna go with SmackDown, but screw it. Since TNA's on board, I'm swallowing Steve Macklin and the Rascals splitting up because it never made sense to me, and they had been doing it for like 2 months. Like Steve Macklin, no, he doesn't belong with the Rascals. He's like 15 years older than him. He's not a stoner. Doesn't make sense. I'm so glad. But at the same time, I also want to spit Zachary Wentz wearing a see-through blouse because that was crazy.
I'll personally spit Zachary Wentz all the time, so I don't understand how he got Gigi Dolan, and I'm a little jealous. So
Hey, when you got it, you got it.
I have a Zachary Wentz story. He hit me with a turnbuckle before.
It's on
What
video.
turnbuckle?
It's on video.
Yeah, turnbuckle pad. It's on videos on my Twitter page. So that event, he was tearing it off, threw it, and it hit me right in the face.
Damn.
That fucker.
Anthony, I don't know if Liv's going to Mania or not. It seems like they were setting something up. We got one more week, so we'll find out probably on Monday.
Her and Nia? What do you mean they weren't setting anything up? Yes, they were.
To add her into the add both of them into the match or one of them into the match? Nah.
I don't know if they were adding them into the match. If they were
say
setting up the
Adam.
match between the two for the winner. They were in the picture. It looked like they were setting something up. I didn't know what it was. So we'll see. So Steve Macklin, aka Mr. Perazzo, was hanging out with the Rascals, and now he ain't anymore.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That's basically it. I'm excited about it.
See,
I like the bullet
I get
point.
all of my TNA information from watching Powerbom Jutsu because, again, I don't get the channel that TNA comes on, and I'm not going out of my way to access it.
It's on YouTube.
So I got to pay for it. All right.
It's only $1.
I'm paying. Well, that's true. I guess if I ask people to pay $1 for our Patreon, I can't bitch at TNA for asking me to pay $1 for the All right, you win. Fine.
Oh man.
B, you're up. Spit or swallow.
All right, I think I know how it go now. And I'm gonna swallow the trio with Naomi, Bianca Belair, and Jade Cargill.
Yeah, that was
Yes,
mine.
sir.
So I
Yes,
was gonna do
sir.
before TNA. I'm with it.
I like it.
I'm with it.
I like it.
Because see, I've
Put 'em
seen a
all
lot
together.
of bitching. I've seen a lot of people complaining. Oh, they put them all together, like you just said. Blah blah blah. Blah. But I saw this coming when they started doing the Bianca and Naomi stuff going against them. I was you got to put Jade on the show. Like you brought her in at the Royal Rumble. We haven't really seen her since, other than who's she going to sign with. She signs the SmackDown. It made sense. She came out. She whooped some ass. That kick, her finish, just dropping damage control, staring at Asuka, looking like a fucking star. Same thing with Naomi.
Like little girls, man.
Bailey's
SmackDown, man. They got all the
Bianca
sisters on the
is
show.
fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So do it. Yeah, I'm down.
That was the thing that I was saying earlier with the LWO Legato stuff, all the Latinos together. Like this is cool to see 3 strong black women on WWE programming.
That's right.
Like it's always going to be someone in the discourse being like, "Oh, why they got to lump all like I did see people like complaining. I saw this one post complaining like, "Oh, they got all the Latinos together, all the Asians in Damage Control, all the black women together now in a tag match." And was like, "Dude, chill. It's representation. Shut the fuck up."
Yeah, everybody's being represented. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah, it's not for you.
Yeah.
Go somewhere else. Like your segment's coming.
Excited people were for Nation Domination. They at one point they literally had like every black wrestler on the roster, and
a couple white ones too.
Yeah, they had a
right.
the white dude fucking rapping the Nation Domination theme song. I was like, I totally forgot about
people
that.
Were still excited about that. Had their own
Black
little
Girl Magic.
Boy. JJ said Black Girl Magic. Temple Place said that's Destiny's Child. And if that's the case, which one's Beyonce? Like,
y'all gonna be mad, but I'm gonna say it's still Bianca.
But it's
Bianca. It's still Bianca.
Yeah. Yep.
Damn,
all right, Dom.
Kelly Rowland.
Hey, Kelly Rowland's still a good spot to be.
Naomi?
The other one, and then what? And I think is Michelle, the other girl, because when they had 2 different members in Destiny Child at one point in time, they had 3.
Well, I mean, you don't want to get left out of the group.
No, okay.
All right, Dom.
She's all right.
Okay.
She came back? When did she come back?
Yeah, Michelle Williams. Yeah, it was Latoya and Farrah. They got kicked out the group. Well, I don't know if they got kicked out.
Yeah, they probably got.
Oh wait. Well, there's another one too.
I told you, man.
Latavia. Yeah, that's her.
Fuck wrestling. Let's just talk Destiny's Child for the rest of the show.
I could do it. I really couldn't, but I could try.
Dom, without me saying your name or you having to pay any bills, spit or swallow.
I already said The Rock though, but I'm gonna do my nigga Swerve and Evil Japanese nigga wrestling on Dynamite, and also my nigga Shibata and Will Ospreay wrestling. So it's combined of them 4.
Okay.
All right. You're fucking with me, right, Dom? Because you've been here a million times. You know I'm going to ask you like 10 times tonight to spit or swallow. You got to come with something new every time. Okay.
Right.
So okay. You're just fucking with me. All right. Swerve.
All right.
Listen, Swerve and Joe, I'm all for that. I really am. Swerve is really, despite his feelings about being put on certain lists and all that shit and how people feel about his thoughts on that, he has shown himself to be a star in AEW. I am a huge Samoa Joe fan. Samoa Joe has got all the energy that I enjoy in a wrestler. He's just Joe has always been Joe, will always be Joe, and he's just a bad motherfucker. Like, it is what it is. He talks his shit and he backs it up.
Sloppy Joe?
I don't know if he's sloppy Joe yet or not, but we're shaped the same. So it is what it is. I want to see this. Like I said, Swerve's really killed it over in AEW. Really, took that. I'm a mid-carder in WWE, and I'm going to prove to them that they fucked up like to a whole new level and really showed his worth out there. So I'm down for this.
Yeah.
I know Vince didn't watch AEW, so he has no idea what we're talking about.
I watched
You
up
didn't watch
until
that,
like
right?
I watched up until they got to like when Mercedes pulled up to the venue, and then I'm like, okay, that was my Mercedes Moné cameo. I'm done for the evening.
You know she
Just need
did
a little
more.
bit to get through today.
I just couldn't get through the rest of the episode, man. I wasn't enjoying it.
I didn't even watch it.
Yeah.
Well,
I
Vince,
don't blame you.
why don't you
I was
why
at
don't you
home.
tell us what? Where were you?
I
Oh,
was
you
at a
were at that
concert.
concert. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember now.
Nice.
Because you were supposed to come watch me play Final Fantasy and then bailed on me.
I didn't get
for
home until like
music.
12:30.
Nice.
You
I need to
still
get Final
still
Fantasy.
on about that? Let the woman enjoy her concert.
I have to give her shit. I told her it was cool when she went, but then when she came back, I got to give her a hard time because then I had to play with myself. And who wants to play with themselves on the internet? Nobody.
I don't
That's
know,
a kink for
man.
some folks.
I don't know.
Let's
Vince, you
respect
know
kinks,
this is a
all
no
right?
pause show. This is a no pause show. But while I have your attention, Vince, spit or swallow.
This is what's going to be my first spit because I think it's the most enjoyable piece of wrestling cinema aside of like the Rock stuff with Cody at the end of Raw. The verbal jabs between CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, that shit was fucking hilarious. The crowd was fully engaged. CM Punk had everyone right here in his hands. Drew with the line that killed everyone in the arena, where he's like, "Bro, you don't drink, you don't do drugs, but you spend all your time in therapy
Rehab.
and rehab." Thank you. That shit fucking killed me. And then he goes and tries to like, "Oh, I'm the chosen one," and then Punk rebuttaling, "We're like, who chose you? Say his name. Who
I'll
was
say it
he?"
with you.
I'll say,
Yeah,
I'll say it with
it.
you. It was
Oh,
good
no,
shit.
that was good shit.
Yo, Drew, he told the cameraman, "Stop trying to fill him up my skirt, you pervert." And I about lost it right there. Like, Seth added nothing to that segment for me. I could have just watched CM Punk and Drew McIntyre go back and forth all
That was
night.
useless.
Yeah,
But
but the big thing of it was the tease or like the foreplay of what CM Punk
Like
will
some
be doing at
foreplay.
Mania, because he will be at Mania. Will he be on commentary? Will he be special guest referee? Will be special guest enforcer a la Mike Tyson, you know? So I'm all for it. Why not have Punk on Mania if you can still have him there, even if he's not wrestling? So have him there in some kind of capacity. I'm all for it. It was probably my favorite segment of the entire show. Me personally, but
Well,
I'm biased.
It sounds like he's going to be on commentary, which Punk can talk, so like that's cool. I wanted him as special guest referee personally.
Yeah.
And when Seth's like, "Oh, I don't know if he can do that," he got down and he's like, "I can count 3, no problem. My arm works."
He said he's left-handed too.
Yep. So he does everything with his left hand. Is specifically what he says.
Yeah.
now he does some other things with his mouth.
Oh man.
But
shout out to
no,
April.
I love the Punk shit. Of course, we talked about that. The look on Drew's face when Punk called him out and he's like, "Oh, who chose you? Say his name." Just the shit-eating grin because he wasn't gonna say it. he knew he got like it was what it was. That whole segment was great. So I'm with you on that, Vince.
Yeah, it was good shit.
Katie,
Yes.
spit or swallow.
I'm gonna jump to NXT here. I'm swallowing the prime target on Trick and Carmelo Hayes. That was by far some of the best things I have seen in WWE
Oh yeah.
recently in the past 10 years. The way it was shot, the like cameos from different people, like specifically like Johnny and Tommaso, who had the best feud in NXT and they were best friends. Like, it's very apropos that they would be a part of that. Just seeing everything about that was so good. Like, that had my attention the entire time. Again, just whoever was the cameraman, give him all of the money, everything in the world. It was so good. Like, they don't do the prime target things often. I think the last one was Tyler Bate, maybe. I don't remember who he was facing, but if they save these for these types of matches, which Trick and Mello is the main event for Stand and Deliver, confirmed by HBK. Pretty sure the first two Black wrestlers in NXT to main event a pay-per-view, specifically their biggest pay-per-view. That's all I needed. This is the match I'm probably most looking forward to almost the entire weekend.
Yes, but also,
Tony D'Angelo.
I was gonna say I have that slim sliver of hope that my boy Tony D walks away NXT champion. So
really,
it's very listen. As an Italian from Chicago, I ride with Tony harder than anybody. All right,
it's favoritism.
I'm sitting. Listen, TC says we vote everybody black. I'm sitting over here waving the Sicilian flag every week.
I am not an Italian from Chicago, and I fucking love Tony D'Angelo. I'm just Italian.
Right. He grew on me.
JT's black Italian though. Shout out to him.
There we go.
He's lying. JT's liar.
In the last episode, man.
Demanding an ancestry test. I'll get to the bottom of this.
I have to agree with Katie, despite that slim slither of hope that I have. That no, this is the match we've been building to. This is the biggest match, the biggest story going into NXT above anything else, and it deserves the main event. Like Trick and Carmelo Hayes are going to be top stars when they move up to the main roster. We've already seen Hayes teased a little bit. When Trick comes out and you see that WrestleMania crowd whooping that Trick, and the whole crowd just in a year or two, it's going to be insane. So I cannot wait for this.
Singing that, whoop that Trick. I'm going to be singing it live.
Yeah,
we do.
Oh, nice.
Now, if they could just get the rights.
Just one time. That's all we need.
Just once.
Just once.
Or even have them come out like It's Hard Out Here for a Pimp, 3-6 Mafia, Grammy Award winners. Like, come on.
Also true.
Been there, done that. All right. Darrell.
All right.
I'm
gonna stick with TNA. I'm gonna swallow the return of Matt Cardona and Steph DeLander. They made their return Thursday, so that's gonna be fun. Knowing Matt Cardona, he's gonna stick around for about 3 months, not win a damn thing, and then he's gonna go on Twitter. He's like, I really love it. It's like, all right, man, we get it. But it's always fun to have him around. Last time he was around, he screwed Brian Majors, screwed him out. That was fun, but they're back, so that'll be nice.
So, do you have, because is Killer Kelly missing? Is that a thing?
So they reported. Look, hey, TNA is closed tight. You can't get any information on those people. They reported that she was leaving, and she went on Twitter like, "I'm on vacation. I'm not going anywhere." Right? Like, let's be here.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Since she joined up with Masha Slamovich, the stuff that I've seen of her on social media, she has been the driving force that has been like, maybe I should find a way to watch TNA.
I mean, the stuff she's doing with Masha Slamovich could also end up on Pornhub sometimes.
That's what I'm saying. Like that alone was like, I need to
shit over
what
there.
the fuck's going on here. So I didn't know if you had her on your list, and if not, I just wanted we had to talk.
Yeah, their gimmick is basically angry lesbians. It sounds crazy, but
that's a category. That's a category right there.
I'm a Killer Kelly fan. So.
Oh yeah, she's great.
B, spit or swallow.
Trying to think if anything good happened, man.
It's okay to call some trash.
Yeah, you can spit.
Man, all that shit was trash then. I spit the whole fucking week for real. Man, we talked about this on our show. Like, it wasn't really nothing. No one's hitting for real.
Nothing.
You want to know what I had on my notes for a specific spit? Because generally, when I got this many people on, I don't do my spits. But Jericho and Hook, this ongoing Jericho and Hook relationship.
Let's just spit Jericho.
Spitting Jericho specifically.
Yeah, man,
Jericho.
We talked about Jericho on the show last week, man.
Man, Jericho looked like he's killing himself every match, man. It's one move every match. It looked like he's like, damn, that might be it.
Nigga use all his fucking energy just to do one move and shit.
For real.
And he bring out the longest matches. I feel like that's in his contract. Hey, this needs to be my shit. I don't care who main event.
No, it's because he's Tony Khan's supplier. That's the only reason.
Right.
I don't play that shit.
Yeah, there's
I
no
need my
other reason
TV
they
time.
let him do terrible commentary every week. It's disgusting.
For real.
Every time I try to like watch Collision or Rampage, it's like, oh, Jericho's doing commentary again. I'm just gonna turn this off.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I can't do it.
JJ, I can't answer that question for you. You have to ask Twitch. However, if you know a man that needs Depends, now you know where to get them. The ad exists. Maybe there's something in your search history you should be telling us about.
Oh, definitely. Diapers in the search bar.
No kink shaming. No kink shaming.
No kink shaming. No, absolutely not.
Hey, man,
We support
but
all
you
the
know how
kinks.
these phones and ads are nowadays. You type anything in and that shit's going to pop up.
Mm-hmm.
One time's all it takes.
Only
Maybe
one.
you're just calling your man baby too many times and they took it the wrong way.
Yeah.
I heard that shit.
All right. Dom, spit or swallow.
I'm gonna spit Rich Holland. I don't really give a fuck about that fake ass retirement.
He's got a lot left
It's
in the
like,
tank.
cause he came back to NXT like, oh my god, he started injuring people, and now he's retiring. People are like, oh, I feel so bad for him. You guys bullied him. I'm like, fuck him. No, you didn't.
I did not
Still-
give two fucks when he
Stole
came out.
Lizzo's gimmick.
It's like
I get that.
The
She quit music.
nigga
This week.
came back and started injuring people, and it's like that's a trash gimmick. And then he goes away, and he comes back. I'm retiring, and the people are feeling sorry for him. Like nobody gives a fuck. And then somebody
I didn't-
tweeted, "Oh, mental health's real." I'm like, guys, he's doing a Mark Henry bullshit over again.
Mm-hmm. It just ain't as good.
Yeah, sounds good.
They're
It's
not going to
unseasoned.
march this man out in front of live national television and have him give that speech if he is actually retiring from wrestling due to mental health, because they didn't do it for what the fuck was that, Lars Sullivan, when he had his breakdown.
Nah, man. Lars Sullivan's
they keep-
breakdown was, "Hey, I hate gay people," and then he got called being gay. That's what caused his breakdown.
Hey, this
He
is
can't
you.
do that.
No.
Nah, that was his
That's
fault.
yeah. He did it to himself. But I heard it's all storyline. I heard it's all storyline for sure.
It's all storyline. That's why it's on TV. But that's my point. The thing is, I didn't give a fuck about Rich Holland before he broke both of his legs down in NXT. I didn't really give a fuck about him on the main roster with Sheamus and Pete Dunne. I didn't give a fuck about him going back down to NXT. So if it's storyline or not, if the man wants to retire, okay, cool. Like
Rich Holland doesn't get a retirement speech. He's one of those wrestlers who just fades into the darkness, quits getting booked on Superstars or something, you know? Man,
It's like most people in the Ruthless
Superstars
Aggression era, you know?
Right. Just fade away.
Yeah. Shout out Renee
Disappear.
Dupree.
Yo,
Let him shout out
Renee Dupree? That's crazy. He's crazy right now. Shout out to Bob Holly, though. He should have got a retirement speech. That's my guy.
Hey, the locker rooms need more Bob Holly in the locker room.
They do. They do.
AEW needs a Bob Holly in the locker room.
I said that on the show many times.
They need like 5.
Oh man, you know what they
And
should have
you're-
done with Jack Perry? They should have got him in like the middle of the ring of a match and started chopping him like Redacted Eddie and Bob Holly did to Daniel Pewter in that 04 Rumble, 05 Rumble. That's what they should have done to Jack Perry.
Or just put him through real glass. Katie, any thoughts or remorse on Rich Holland?
Oh, I don't give a flying fuck.
I just wanted to make sure it was a general, like a full consensus. No one gave a fuck about Rich Holland.
Oh no, I don't give a fuck about him. He ain't doing
Everybody
nothing.
had to say it.
Hey, but he got me Sean Spears back, so like he gets that.
Okay.
He did something right.
Only one thing.
A broken clock's right twice a day.
No, but
I thought you were gonna fuck that up.
I really thought he was too. He almost did.
I thought he was about to say twice a week. I'm like, that's not how that works, Vince.
That's how clocks work.
What kind of clock you got, man?
Mental clock. That's the one I use.
Mental clock, mental block, spit or swallow, Vince.
Okay. I'm gonna stick to Raw. I'm gonna swallow the whole segment with Rhea, Becky, and Dom. I thought it was funny. I thought it was good. Rhea calling everybody freaks and everybody just cheering it on. Like, yes, we are freaks for you, Rhea. That shit was funny. Becky Lynch, like, knocking the fuck out of Dominic Mysterio was hilarious as fuck. If other good things didn't happen in the week of wrestling, that probably would have been my contender for thumbnail of the week. But no, it was good stuff. They added a little bit more heat to the match itself, to the build, which I feel like it's been lacking a little bit. They got the little like brawl in the crowd area. You got like people trying to break it up. It's good shit. I'm looking forward to that match. I'm all for it. Put more emphasis on promoting your women matches. I'm all for it.
That's funny.
I love the idea that Becky thought going and talking about Rhea posting her ass was gonna like get people behind her. No, we love that shit. No, Rhea's 100% right. I am a motherfucking simp for Rhea Ripley. I'm here all day. Her hiking up her shorts and giving stink faces. I'm watching it on repeat. Like, keep doing what you do. The way you're pinning these women, keep doing what you do.
Do you see Shayna Baszler? Shayna Baszler's like, yo, hit me right now. I'm laying down for it. Bring it.
Shayna's like, I've seen what you've done for others.
Right. Put that ass right here.
And here's the thing. Our very own Katie Kinsey was the first on this bandwagon, and we are all just now joining along with her. She had been right the entire time. So
yeah, y'all been slacking.
You're right. Yeah, absolutely right.
But no, I was with it. I love watching Dom get punched in the mouth by Becky.
That shit's funny.
Yeah, that was a cold punch, though.
That was a real punch.
The fuck up this nigga, man.
And then like, Pat with like the fucking like he's with the telestrator, he's out here drawing and like doing the slow motion shit. Oh, that shit funny.
There's one person on Twitter who always adds like sonic rings to somebody getting hit, and they added it to that. Oh, amazing!
I haven't seen that. That shit sounds hilarious.
What's that dude's name?
I don't know what his name is, but he does it for everything.
Yeah,
we know who you are.
I also love when this shit gets personal, because Rhea said that she wants Becky to go home, sit on the couch, her daughter, and watch her daughter call her mommy. And Becky lost her shit. She's like, my dad never got to meet my daughter. That shit's not a fucking joke, bitch. Like,
well, that's not exactly what she said, but yeah.
Listen, that's what I heard. All right. That's the emotion that I got out of the situation. That's how it felt to me. That's all that matters.
It was
no, it was good shit, Vince. I agree. Katie, spit or swallow.
Where do I want to go? I'm gonna stay in NXT. I'm gonna swallow Thea Hale versus Jasmine Nix.
Dude,
and
Nix is fine as fuck.
She is.
I'm sorry.
And the brawl that ensued after the fact, because NXT just loves to utilize their women, I think, better than the main roster. SmackDown's getting a little better. Raw is terrible. But the match with Thea and Jasmine specifically, it was Jasmine's first match in NXT. Thea got in JC's face saying, I thought you were my friend. JC basically just like slaps the shit out of her, doesn't get disqualified, whatever, the whole thing. And then Thea just goes apeshit and basically snaps Jasmine's arm in the Kimura lock, which was amazing. And then, brawl ensues, all the women. I hope we get like either a 6-woman tag or some type of tag match at Stand and Deliver between all of them. Let them just fight it out on a big stage. All of them can go.
Oh, it's
I think it'd be great.
I think they set it up for sure. I'm with it. I'm about it.
I'm gonna assume it's Izzy Dane, Kiana James, and JC versus Fallon, Kalani, and Thea.
Yeah.
Listen, an excuse to get Kalani Jordan on the card.
Fight.
It was pretty. Listen, I say NXT 9 times out of 10 is my favorite show of the week, and it's because I prefer women's wrestling for the wrestling and also the aesthetic. I get both, and no one gives me more of that than NXT.
True.
Yep. There's a nice TikTok going on right now. It's like all the women in there, the fine women that were doing a TikTok. It's like Jada Parker. It's like a whole bunch of them.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I also saw on TikTok, somebody was doing a TikTok, and they were talking about how normally they're like, listen, I don't want to see you just hiring these models and these women and everything. And I'm pretty sure she pulled up a picture of Jasmine Nixon. She's like, I was wrong. Just keep doing what you're doing. Like, no, this is working. Like, never mind. I'm not going to say anything anymore.
Hey, Shawn Michaels got a type, and hey, might be my type too.
Got a type.
I can't blame him. I can't
Let me
blame
see
him.
that explore page, Sean. Let me see what
Right.
that looks like.
That is the title.
I always say NXT is for the niggas, man.
Oh,
It is, man.
it's a black
The
family.
NXT
Sean
stands
always
for
wanted.
niggas. Yeah. That's like Trick and Mello's like the black son that he always wanted.
No,
Don't forget Wesley, bro.
Hey, Wesley too. I forgot about my homie Wes. Shout
He
out to Wesley,
was
man.
giving Wesley
coming
pep
back.
talks in the locker room. Hey, kid. It's like, all right, calm down, Sean.
Come here,
Oh,
son.
man.
Let me tell you
Right.
something.
Let me tell you about the time Marty Jannetty betrayed me and I was out there on my own. That coward Marty Jannetty jumped through the barbershop window and I had to be on my own. Now you're on your own too.
oh man.
Marty Jannetty is wild. Darrell, spit or swallow.
I'm gonna do something crazy here.
Uh-oh.
Some way crazy, unexpected.
Okay.
I'm gonna swallow. NWA had a Falls Count Anywhere
Nigga,
unsanctioned match between Mecha Wolf and Alex Misery, and
Okay.
it was so good. My plug was like, "Yo, go watch this." And I don't know what else is going on in the story. I don't know why Vampiro was there. Apparently, they were former tag partners, but I can say it was a good match.
Okay. Okay.
Don't ask what led up to the match, but
You can.
but it was a good match.
You can tell us.
I couldn't tell you.
The only
gotta ask
thing in what you
Vampiro.
said that I am vaguely familiar with is Vampiro. The rest of that was just I had no idea what the fuck you were talking about. But as we say, you're one of now, I guess you're the sixth person to watch NWA this week because we always say only 5 people watch NWA.
All
And
right.
Will's one of them. Now you're number 6. So
All right. Shout out to you, Will.
Shout out.
all right, B. You think anything? Spit or swallow?
Nope. It's your turn again.
He's sacrificing for you.
All right. We'll stick with some spits then. I got Natalia defeating Lola Vice because why the fuck is
Bro,
Natalia
what the
getting wins
fuck
over
was
NXT
that?
talent on NXT?
Excuse me. Because Natalia is a heart. All right.
No.
Okay,
No.
let me explain something to you. Not even in the Hart family, in the Neidhart family, there's a specific rank. It goes Jenny, Jim, everyone else, and then Natty.
Who's
The mom, the
everyone
other
else?
sister the mom, the other sister that's not even on, like she showed up one time on social media. Everyone else, and then Natty.
Hey.
Hey.
Natalia didn't wrestle for decades in leather catsuits with no underwear for you to disrespect her.
Leather cats with no underwear is also an option for a title.
She was trained by Bruce Hart. She deserves respect. Where were you when Natalia casually listed Nia Jax and people were like, yo, what is she doing? Why can she do that? Just breaking kayfabe. Just wanting to show that she could do it. All right.
I can tell you where I was when they've repeatedly told me how many Guinness Book of World Records Natalia has broke. Like I give a fuck.
Right.
Hey, you should. 20 years in the game.
Jenny, Jim, everyone else, Natalia.
Can Jenny do a sharpshooter? Fuck
Oh,
no,
you
she
got
can't.
to put me in the
Natalia?
sharpshooter. I'll tell you that right now.
Can she? All right.
Yeah,
If
she
she
can't
can,
do a
I'll
sharpshooter.
teach her. No,
Did
she
he?
You
do
can't
it.
do
Might.
it. You can't.
I
You're
mean,
not Canadian. You can't really do the sharpshooter right.
She
You gotta be
might.
Canadian actually to do it right.
I'll
Right.
do the. I'll teach her the scorpion death drop or death lock then.
It's not better
There you
than
There you
sharpshooter.
go.
The American version. Yeah, no, it's the American sharpshooter. We got this.
The American sharpshooter.
Yes,
Yo,
the cats are
that's-
above Natty.
That's definitely a fire pro move right
Cats
there.
before
Cats
that. Yeah,
are above Natty.
Tupac is a better Neidhart.
That's Cody Rhodes' new finisher. That's how he's going to be Roman. He's got the American sharpshooter locked in. Michael Cole's just going to be like, "What is that? What is that? I've never seen that." It'd be great.
Oh man, that shit's funny. But nah, I'm with Matt. Lola Vice taking that L to Natalia. I ain't with it. I ain't with
No.
it.
She just won the fucking contract that gave her a title shot. Now we got Natty coming in and beating her on NXT TV. Like for what?
Hey,
For what?
that's a former women's champion right there. That's a former Divas champion right there.
Y'all got so
Former
much respect for
tag
Natty.
team champion.
Dom, you didn't tell me that Darrell was on Natty's payroll. That he's the one running her social media.
Man.
Oh, is he the assistant Bob? And we knew it.
Exactly.
If I had known
Surprise,
that, I would have
surprise.
saw if he could have got me that free OnlyFans sub for Jenny's OnlyFans. Like, you got hookups? Because I'll shut the fuck up
I
and start
could've got
plugging
you
Natty
that,
if that's the
man.
case.
Hey,
You
man.
can hook me up. I got you.
I might make it happen.
Okay.
I'll talk to you after
Yeah.
the show. We'll make it happen.
All right. Dom, spit or swallow.
I'm gonna spit the match with what's the nigga named Stacks and Dragunov, because I really don't care about the NXT title match. To be honest, I really don't give a fuck about Tony D'Angelo. No disrespect to Italians, but he just doesn't get it for me. You know, on my show I call him the Olive Garden nigga. That's what I call him. That's
He'll
his name
grow
on the
on
show.
you. He will grow on you, man. He grew on
That's
me.
nothing. It's just like a
I used to-
knockoff version of
Forget about it.
FBI and stuff like
Nah,
that.
man.
Okay.
FBI was way too goofy.
Let me see if I can help you here, Dom. Do you care about me?
Yeah, you're cool. You're cool, Italian.
Okay. Tony D is essentially surrogating me on NXT TV. So if you care about me, I need you to care about my guy, Tony D.
Damn.
I'm gonna
When
try.
you look at him, see me, and be like, all right, that's my guy.
Except with
Full of
like
hair.
a full head of hair. You know, just imagine
Exactly.
him bald.
Listen, nobody.
All right.
Hey, that's not important. All right. We don't need to go there, Vince.
Oh man.
I've
I'm just trying to give him a
since I was
visual.
17. It is what it is.
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you when Tony grew on me real quick. When they were having the tag team feud over the championships, and he invited Out the Mud in. He's like, "I got your favorite drinks," and it was grape Kool-Aid. That grew on me, bro. I was like, "Yeah, I love this guy. I love this guy."
Oh,
I don't
That's when he
remember
grew on
that.
me,
What
man.
the fuck?
It might have been grape soda, but it was definitely grape.
It's a great drink.
Oh, I loved it.
Great
Yeah.
drink.
he's like, I got that purple drink for you. Here you go.
Yeah, I loved it.
That purple
I was
stuff.
like, all right, he grew on me.
Tony
I can accept
sold
him
me-
now.
Tony sold me when they fired that dude from NXT, and then they threw him off the bridge with cement shoes. At that point, I was like, "That's my Don," right?
Gotta love him.
Oh,
Theme
man.
song kind of fire.
It is.
Dude, it took me a minute to get used to it, but like once you listen to it, I've been playing a lot of WWE 2K24, and it's on my set list for like when I'm doing shit in the background, and that shit goes hard. That
I'll
shit
be fair.
slaps.
Like I know you
That
gave
shit's
me that
turned off
disturbed.
once.
I know you gave me that disturbed Stone Cold theme song, but if you decide to change it, I'll take Tony D's theme too.
That's what I was gonna give you. I'm like, if I give him like if I make Matt in the game and I give him a Chicago Italian like gimmick, I'll give him Tony D. If I give him more of a Bray Wyatt type thing, I'll give him that Stone Cold Disturbed one. So
Hey.
we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I gotta unlock the Disturbed theme song though. I haven't gotten to that part of the showcase.
I also
Slacking, man.
Bro, that shit's too
showcase
hard.
long as hell, bro.
Yeah, that shit's long and too hard. I'm getting married next week. I don't got time for this shit. Anybody got time for that?
I lost the Shawn Michaels Undertaker match, and I was like an hour into that match because those long ass clips. It's like, watch this 30-minute clip of the match.
You need to make it like the north-south, fucking turnbuckle. Like, okay.
Yeah, I lost it. I was like, all right, I'm doing this for a week.
And I'm thinking about my fucking compass. I'm like, okay, north was this way, north-south was like, what the fuck, huh? And I said north-south, and I'm like, this is stupid.
I ain't bring my compass with me to play this game.
Two things real quick. Katie brought it up. I saw it in my notes. I know you said Prime Target. I just said Swallow Tricks package. So,
same,
yes.
but yeah.
And then also with what Dom said,
Lash Legend.
Yes, shout out to Lash Legend. Dragunov defeats Stax. It's time for a new game plan because you didn't mention the fact that they got a lawyer on the payroll now, and they sent that man to deliver a message. And Dragunov's all like, "Here's an invite to dinner." He's like, "I'm not going to it's not at our restaurant. We'll see you there." So now I'm invested in where the fuck this is going to be at and what's going to happen because we already put Dragunov in a trunk and drove him to a bridge and made some innuendos. We're on some real Italian mob shit, and I need you to appreciate it, Dom. I do.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Like,
if you do, I can promise you when you come to Chicago, I will never put you in the trunk of my car and drive you to the.
Damn.
Nah, I know some mafia people too. No, I know some people. I know some black mafia family people, so they're pretty cool.
There we go.
Yeah.
There you go. Join the family, Dom. Join the family.
Before I let Vince go, and Vince, I'm not gonna take your time this time because I know normally I like the gimmick where I play the ad and say that was your spot and then I move on. I'm not going to do that to you, but we do have to take a quick ad break, ladies and gentlemen. Before we do that, I need to tell you guys to go check out patreon.com/creationworld. For $1, you get 3 shows. You get Return to Wrestling with me and Travis, where we sit down and break down old school WCW. Our latest episode was Road Wild 1998, where Travis forced me to sit down and watch Jay Leno and Diamond Dallas Page versus Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff in the fucking main event of that show.
I knew what was coming when you said that. I might be heading over there right now.
Yeah. So that was the thing. I spent all my time shitting on Hulk Hogan. That's basically what the show is. It's just me talking about how much I hate Hulk Hogan. So if you enjoy that, there's that for you. We also got Multiverse with Travis Amara, which Darrell, I heard Josh Whedon and all that. Okay, sorry. Darrell, this might interest you. I heard you talking about the Snyderverse versus Joss Whedon and everything going on. So Multiverse with Travis Amara is then breaking down the best of DC, which is the DC animated films.
I'm in.
That $1 gets you everything from the very first Nitro all the way up to where we are now with Road Wild 1998. You can go back and check that shit out. Everything that Travis and Amara have covered in Multiverse, Flashpoint, everything that they've done. Every month they break down a new DC animated film movie. And then our newest show, which is, if you have to ask, it is me and my wife sitting down reading Reddit Am I the Asshole posts, talking shit, and giving you guys a little insight into our relationship and stuff about us as well. Katie has been on twice. We've had Bridget, who was in the chat, and Mara from Creation World on for one episode. It's a good time. I was informed recently that I'm getting a third co-host, which is my wife's best friend. She just kind of told me it was happening. And I try not to tell my wife no too much. So it is what it is.
It's not like you have a choice in the matter anyways.
Right.
Not really, no.
You would have been the content then. Am I the
like
asshole?
She just told me,
my
by
wife
the
wanted
way,
to have her friend join the podcast, and I told her no way.
Yeah. Am I the asshole? She already bought all the equipment. So all that for $1. If you guys want to support us a little more, we have higher tiers. You still get everything that $1 tier, but you get more, including the show ad-free. But if you are watching us live, we have awesome sponsors. This is my favorite sponsor, and Travis is here to tell you about it now.
Spice things up in the bedroom, then it's time to check out Adam and Eve. Because you see, Adam and Eve is the leading adult toy store that offers a wide range of products to help you explore your sexual desires. Whether you're looking for something to use solo or with a partner, they have everything you need to satisfy your cravings. From vibrators to lingerie, bondage gear to lubricants, AdamandEve.com has it all. And the best part, you can shop with confidence, knowing that all their products are of high quality and backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. That means whether you bought a dildo, sex swing, penis ring, vibrator, anal sex toy, bondage toy, couples toy, lube, or accessory, you can get a refund within 90 days if you're not 100% satisfied. No questions asked. And right now, as a special offer to our listeners, Adam and Eve is giving you 50% off almost any item on their website. That's right, 50% off. And if you act now, you'll also get free shipping. So go to adamandeve.creationworld.com and use the offer code EROTICA at checkout. That's erotica at adamandeve.creationworld.com for 50% off almost any item and free shipping. Don't wait. This offer won't last very long. The link is in the description.
50% off and free shipping. You guys can't get a better deal than that. I just want to let the Powerbom Jutsu guys know I muted you because it doesn't automatically mute you. So it won't let me unmute.
Everybody's good.
Yeah. I just want to say I usually listen to the show, and that's why I'm aware of things like the Chicago Meatpacking District. We'll talk about that later. I've never actually seen Travis do that ad, and I gotta say the glasses, the shades, they really add to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really take it up a little. I might head over to adamandeve.com today. Yeah.
Listen, I have known Travis since 3rd grade. That's my guy. He's been my guy forever. Him and I started Smackin It Raw, and then he got too busy doing other shit. And I had to go find a new co-host, and Vince was gracious enough to come along. And then Vince got cold feet and didn't want to commit to me. And then I went and got Katie, and now here we are. We're a threesome, and it's great. It works out fantastic.
He didn't want to commit to you, but he goes and gets married. Crazy, right?
Right, crazy, right? Speaking of my non-committal friend Vince spit or swallow.
I'm so committed to the buildup of this LA Knight AJ Styles match at WrestleMania. It's got so much heat behind it, especially the segment on Smackdown where AJ is just like this paranoid, crazy fucking heel white redneck guy, basically. And then he's like, LA Knight, where are you? Is that you? Like, is that the cameraman? Is that you? And then messes with the cameraman, like calls him ugly to his face.
Yo,
rude and unprovoked too.
Smacked his headphones off and everything.
For real, like for what? Man. For what reason, man? Like being rude, Alan Jones. Like I know you jacked this all fucked down. You're probably feeling yourself, but you know, pump the brakes, slow your roll, man. LA Knight was actually there, hidden like with a fucking wig, looking like the fan from the Amanda show with like the black hair and shit in the glasses. And then they go back and forth. LA Knight gets on the stick. He adds more heat to the match. I'm very much looking forward to it. I was of the notion that this match should have a stipulation, but I think the first go round should be a non-gimmick match, and then at Backlash, you can go ahead and do a gimmick match. You know, like run that shit back, give it a little bit more time. But yeah, no, it was good shit. I'm enjoying LA Knight versus AJ Styles. It's one of the matches I'm looking forward to, and I just need to know if it's going to be on Saturday or Sunday so I can plan accordingly. But yeah, swallowing that.
So what I'm looking at says you're still muted. Can you say something to see if you're still muted?
He's still muted.
Yeah, he's still muted. So we got to figure out how to get you unmuted.
He got to do it himself. He got it.
Well,
I believe
there
him.
we go.
There it is.
Now you're good. Now we are. All right. I just didn't want you to like start talking or try and add something, and then we miss it because
I would have never known if you didn't say nothing just now.
That's what I'm saying.
We got you. We got you.
Again,
good look.
Darrell listens to the show. He knows about the Chicago Meatpacking District and all that. I listen to the show. All three of you are funny. I can't miss anything from any of y'all. So I need to make sure everyone hears you. Katie.
Yes.
What would you like to spit or swallow next?
Oh shit. I don't know. Well, listen, in my defense, I typically would have like a lot of notes from Dynamite and watch that. But
I'm going to tell you about something that might interest you that happened on Dynamite that happened with the women.
Oh, well, I know Willow won the Fatal 4-Way.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that match was really fucking good. I think I did write that as a swallow just in case I needed something as a backup. Is that what you were talking about?
It was, and then the belt shot from Julia Hart and the stare down with her and Mercedes.
Oh, see, I didn't know all that. I just knew Willow won.
Yeah. The stuff that Vince missed because he saw Mercedes pull up and he's like, oh, I guess I don't need to watch anything she does on the show.
She pulled up and I pulled out.
That's all he needed.
Hey, man. Pull up, you gotta pull in, man.
Hey, Mercedes, I'd never pull out on you.
That was what I was talking about, but what else you got, Katie?
Hold on, I'm writing that down for you.
I appreciate it.
That's what I do. I'm spitting Prophet and Bobby Lashley continuously getting beat up by the Final Testament for like it is a hate crime. It 100% is. It's so absurd. It's completely absurd. And now I gotta deal with Theory and Waller in that match at Mania. That's
ridiculous
to me.
They're a great tag team, but they're boring.
There's
nothing else for them to do. they are so lucky this tag team thing is working out. Otherwise, they were screwed.
No, but is it really working out though?
It's working for them. It's not working for me.
It's only working for them and them alone. It's nobody else.
They're getting themselves off.
If this is going to lead to like a 6-person tag and the Almighty Prophets end up winning at Mania like they so rightfully deserve, then I will be okay. If this leads to nothing, this is a hate crime and this is disrespectful.
They put Lashley in the Battle Royale last year. So
how you gonna go 2 years in a row, 2 Manias in a row with 2 nights each year and still not find a spot for the almighty Bobby Lashley?
It's crazy.
2 years
WWE champion Bobby Lashley, 2-time WWE
champion. Almighty pre-show watch.
The almighty champion.
Right.
Listen,
he just has a pre-show every year.
I don't want to take credit.
Pre-show.
I don't want to take credit for this because Young Kings Wrestling be preaching this ever since Triple H took over. He had a certain booking style in NXT. You know, a lot of African Americans, a lot of black folk over there in NXT didn't get much love. Bianca didn't really fully explode onto the scene until she got to main roster and away from Triple H's booking. Funny enough, Bianca is in the 6-woman tag match where she should have her own singles match. I'm not saying that I'm not okay with the 6-woman tag match. I'm just saying Bianca's a fucking star. She should have a singles match. So is Bobby. So is the Street Profits. They should all have their like moment in the sun. Like they did a whole they did a whole tally, and apparently AEW was booking black wrestlers better than WWE main roster was.
When you get called up to the main roster, Triple H sits you down in his office and he's like, "I know you've seen what Shawn Michaels did. Get rid of that. Stop thinking about that shit. It's not gonna happen up here." You can ask Booker T about that.
Damn.
Man.
I know you come up north, but it ain't up north up here.
Oh man.
Right.
Triple H's booking style to what Shawn is doing in NXT is very reminiscent to what Triple H did to Shawn Michaels in that parking lot prior to their SummerSlam match.
Taking it back. Was that the screwdriver? Taking it back.
Screwdriver.
Yeah.
All right, Darrell, what you got? Spit or swallow.
All right, and go back to TNA.
I thought you were going to go back to NWA. I was like,
no. You think I'm watching NWA every week? No, absolutely not. Usually I really like Josh Alexander. Josh Alexander is a great wrestler, and he's been having some great matches lately. However, I'm going to spit whatever the hell they're doing with him right now. He's just doing open challenges every week. He's supposed to be feuding with Hammerstein, but Hammerstein mostly just sends in videos and shows up. Right now, it's like, oh, Hammerstein sold his headgear, and that's a feud, and it's stupid. And Josh is just having a bunch of open challenges. It's like, oh, Hammerstein's not here. Who am I going to fight this week? Somebody come out here. And they keep sending out people and having, okay, they're good matches, but it's stupid. He fought Simon Gotch one week. This week, it was Hot Sauce, Tracy Williams, and again, they're good matches. It's just stupid as hell, and it's just like,
who?
Like Hot Sauce Tracy Williams. You don't know Hot Sauce Tracy Williams?
I do not know Hot Sauce Tracy Williams.
Yeah, I didn't know him before this week either. So
Okay, I saw Tracy Williams. Okay, wait. I saw Tracy Williams. He's an indie veteran. He always wrestles like all over the show. He wrestles in like all the indies throughout America.
Yeah, that's definitely the running thing. Like, oh, these guys, Josh Alexander's being the king of the indies. He's taking them all on. So that's why I was like, somebody knows Hot Sauce Tracy Williams, and of course it's Dom, our historian.
Okay,
He
so
got his ass beat.
I'm not going to disparage being the king of the indies. However, if you've been a veteran on the indies for as long as apparently Hot Sauce Tracy Williams has been, and you have not been signed to a contract in a major company, maybe the hot sauce gimmicks ain't working for you. Like maybe you need something new.
Saucing?
It's not sauce
because he's not getting a contract. Because
he's Taco Bell mild sauce Tracy Williams. He's
Let's see. He's been wrestling since 2009.
Jesus.
Oh, ain't bad.
That's
not bad.
10 years less than Natalia.
Listen, Darrell, I'll give you this.
There were else on the payroll for sure.
Natty in shorts is nice. I will say that. I don't need her beating Lola Vice on TV. It is what it is.
Oh man, this
B,
Tracy
you
Williams.
And
Wow.
Because I got you. Me and B are spitting Pretty Deadly defeating KO and Orton with Logan Paul showing up with brass knucks to drop them. I was back and forth on this. I was like, I'm spitting it, and then Randy was going to go out and get him. And then I'm swallowing it, and then they saved Logan Paul from that ass whooping, and then I was spitting it again. So essentially, Orton sees the replay on the Tron after he's all mad at KO. He's like, "What the fuck just happened? How did you lose?" And sees that Logan Paul's under the ring, so they go get him. Randy starts whooping his ass, and then Pretty Deadly comes back out, makes the save. They take the stunner and the RKO, and Logan Paul gets off scot-free, and that's not what the fuck I wanted to see. I want to see Logan Paul get his ass beat. I always want to see Logan Paul get his ass beat. Every chance you get, you should be beating that man's ass.
I'm so disgusted that people keep dying for Logan Paul on this show. Like Theory and Waller, they're gonna die for Logan Paul. Pretty Deadly, they dying for Logan Paul now. Logan Paul is less annoying in WWE 2K. Like only because he doesn't speak there. Like he doesn't speak or anything. He's less annoying. Like, and every wrestler is just gonna die for him. Like every tag team is gonna die for him. Like forget Street Profits. No. They're gonna die for Logan Paul. All right, forget Bobby Lashley. They're dying for Logan Paul next. It's ridiculous.
Like, and then this man runs, gets in and steals somebody's car and takes the fuck off.
Right.
Just like
I would
hit a
never
dude,
be
car,
carjacked by Logan Paul.
Hell no.
Logan Paul tries to carjack me. We're making YouTube headlines. This is Arn Anderson.
What's good,
style.
Ivan? What's good, Devin? So yeah, me and B are spitting that because fuck Logan Paul. Dom, what you got? Spit or swallow?
I'm gonna swallow the Blackpool Combat Club and my nigga Shibata beating the Righteous and Lance Archer on Collision. Because like Shibata's that nigga. I always say that, but he always scares me in the ring because of his brain injury.
For sure.
He got no business out there.
But it's always good seeing Shibata.
One wrong shot. When I call him Shibata bread, and one wrong shot, he might be bread. So,
but Shibata actually learned American style of wrestling faster than Nakamura. If you watch the ring styles, I feel like he grabs the American style over Nakamura, which they're both niggas though.
Yeah.
All right.
And then you got Okada wrestling garbage man, Eddie Kingston.
Okada's Okada's still my favorite. So hey, he got some prestige to that belt.
Hey, man,
that belt means something.
Because I talked about this last week, right? You watched the Eddie Kingston Okada match last week, right? Is that what the Rainmaker normally looks like? Because if so, I don't understand the fucking
absolutely
hype. And I've
not.
said this. Okay. Because I've said like AEW has ruined a lot of these New Japan talents because I don't watch New Japan. I haven't gone out of my way to watch New Japan. Like again, I watch what is easily accessible to me, right? So I hear about Omega, I hear about Okada, I hear about the Young Bucks, all this shit, and then AEW has them and they present them to me, and I'm like, what the fuck was everybody so excited about? Because I'm not seeing it on their TV, so it's got to be their presentation.
Like It is their presentation because like Okada, they make him a big deal on AEW, but like in Ring, and not I was about to say Ring of Honor, but in New Japan, like he comes out, he is that guy. Like it's completely different. Like I don't know what it is with AEW. It's like they don't present people the same. I'm skipping ahead in your rotation. I was gonna spit Jay White invading Billy Gunn's home, and I was just gonna talk about the presentation of Jay White involved in that. It's like Okada, they try to make him a big deal. He's got like a Ferrari, Lamborghini, or whatever, and they got Jay White pulling up in a minivan. Like, why the fuck is Jay White riding solo in a minivan?
He's got the ass boys. He's got kids.
But they were already there, so he's just riding around the minivan by himself. Like,
listen,
maybe you dropped them off and I do a lap, and then came back.
All right.
As someone who used to drive an all-black Dodge Ram and traded it in for a Subaru Ascent because I had a child, I get it, right? When you take those kids around, you need to be comfortable. And I've even gone and looked at some minivans, and the inside of some of those minivans are nice as fuck. Like, I consider getting a minivan, and I went with the SUV instead. So
SUV is the way to go.
I'm not gonna knock the minivan. However, you got two ass boys. You need to get them around. They got to be in car seats. So you got to have enough room for the car seats.
Yeah, big ass car seats.
Are they though?
Oh man, yeah, I guess, but yeah, it's all in AEW's presentation. Like if you just watch, just go watch the Okada entrance from New Japan and just see how different they present him. It's like, I don't know what it is, man. AEW can't nail down the presentation. It's just, I don't know what it is. You just say
that was all Vince.
Okada's the John Cena of New Japan. That's more Tanahashi.
Okay. Well, he did say we should go back to TNA to see Okada in TNA.
Nah, don't do that.
No.
People always complain oh, TNA treated Okada so bad. He was such a star. And look, nah. If you go back and look at TNA Okada, they treated him just the way he should have been treated. Since then, Okada's got his teeth fixed, changed up his hair.
He didn't have no swag back in the day, though. Just like Nakamura back in the day. Remember Nakamura?
That Okada back in TNA back in the day was the Stardust era.
Yeah,
he had his glow up. He's living his American Nightmare era now.
He's a stutter speaking Japanese. Like, come on, man. You're not asking you to cut promos. You fucking
wow.
Come on. Yeah, it was ridiculous. They did what they were supposed to do, and he's been grateful for it. He's talking about, I learned how to work a gimmick there. And look at him now. Look at him last month when he was in New Japan. He's the Rainmaker. He's somebody.
Honestly, the comparison of him and just in New Japan, I would say he's kind of like Randy Orton. So that pop that Randy Orton got at not Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, or just gets a pop in general. That's who Okada is in New Japan. So that's what you got to present him as. Imagine if Randy Orton shows up in AEW and he's just kind of saddled with the ass boys or something, and then now he's in Bullet Club, Viper, or whatever.
Right. I throw some of the TV, seeing that.
If only Ivan, if only there was a show with debate in the name that we could bring Darrell on, where you could possibly debate him on who the John Cena of New Japan is. I don't know.
Tanahashi
if
is
I think of a single show. It's crazy.
It's Tanahashi, man. Tanahashi was getting stabbed, and I'm still gonna take this match.
My mind's just going in circles.
Man. That nigga been on all the Wrestle Kingdom, Wrestle Kingdom 5 through now.
Come on, man. It's Tanahashi.
I'm with Darrell here. I'm on his side, except for when he's talking about
if Ivan was here, you'd be on Ivan's side because I know you.
I like Ivan, but you're wrong here. It's okay. I love him
versus John Cena is a dream match for mine.
Same. Me too.
We'll probably never get it, unfortunately.
Shit, I can do it in the fucking game right now.
Look, I just got you booked, Darrell. See, Dom. I don't know if anyone knows this, right? But Dom came to me when I reached out at the beginning of the year, and I was like, "Hey, we're looking to do some more collabs. We went a little easy last year. We want to get everyone back that we love and have them back on." And Dom DM'd me, and he's like, "Listen, I'm gonna hoe Daryl out this year. All right, he's gonna come on the show because he didn't come out with me last year."
He's trying to hold me
Exactly
up.
what he told me. And now I'm assisting you
Wow.
because if Darrell wants it, I got him booked on Circle of Debate. We're holding him
Not
out all year
y'all
this year.
both pimping out Darrell like
Right.
he's your
Yeah,
property.
Right.
I'm like,
feel like
Hard
trash right
out
now.
here for a pimp.
Oh my goodness. That's some
This shit
respect from
before
me.
too. I'm like, yeah, Darrell, we're going on this show, and I'm like, oh, I can't make it. And Darrell went on the show by itself.
Oh
What
man.
show was it? It was Go for the Pin. I'm like, yeah, I show up.
Oh yeah.
I didn't show up, and Darrell showed up by himself, and I was asleep. Sorry.
Hey,
Damn.
it
I
happens.
mean, listen, Darrell, if I didn't like you, if I didn't think you could do it, if I didn't think you were good, if I didn't have faith in you, I wouldn't do that
Oh
to
my
you, right?
goodness,
Like,
giving a pep talk to the horse. That's crazy.
I'm just saying, like, I don't pimp bad product around here, all right?
Oh my god.
That's
I
funny.
only
Man,
pimp
go
top-notch
make that $40,
product,
nigga.
and I want
Listen,
my 20%.
Listen, at
Hey,
the top of
make
the
that money,
show,
don't make it make you.
at the top of the show, Matt raves about him being the horse, so he knows about being a quality horse. So
Right.
he's just letting you know you got
He
what it
knows
takes.
talent when he sees it.
Giving you the
You know, like
rundown.
whore talk.
Speaking of horrors, Sultan of Spitter Swallow, Vince.
Oh, what's up? Okay. We were talking about Japanese wrestlers, so I'm gonna swallow a Japanese wrestler over on SmackDown. That Io Sky promo was very well done. She threw some shots at Bailey. She's like, Bailey started Damage Control because she was lost. She didn't have anything. She brought in new talent. Like the whole story of why Damage Control became a thing from Bailey's perspective is, hey, I'm trying to bring up other talent, bring them up to my level and like get them on the stage. And in one aspect is true because Dakota was out of the company and Bailey reached out, and then Hunter went ahead and made that happen. Io Sky finally got called up to main roster. Io's like, oh, she didn't really want to build us up. That's all cap. She really just kind of wanted to like surround herself and elevate herself by using us. And it was just good shit. Like the promo's really good, but I'm really swallowing it because Bailey got her licks back on Io from last week because she got that ass whooped, and I was pissed about that. Remember what I said? I'm like, whatever you do, don't make Bailey look like that stupid baby face getting her ass whooped leading up to WrestleMania. I'm looking at you, Cody. Now this week he got her lick back towards Io. So look, Bailey got her licks back. This match has a little bit more heat to it.
Yeah.
Thank you. You got something going there. Cody, it's your turn to try to get some licks back in before Mania.
He's got a week.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Week.
I'm really surprised with the storyline because I thought it was gonna be trash because Bailey went to Raw. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna take Rhea Ripley's belt, and Nia Jax's like, I beat your ass, and she was like, you know what? I don't need to be over here on Raw. And I was like, yo, she didn't even touch her. I was like, oh man, this storyline is about to be a trash. It's about to be a repeat of the Triple H Batista thing. But no, this is good. They've had some nice little swerves in there. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, it's what Rich Holland was trying to do by replicating the Salmon Jacket, Mark Henry retirement, but he failed horribly in it. Bailey and Io are doing it right. I like this. And then depending on where and how they book the women's matches, like if they have the Damage Control 6 women match before the Bailey WWE women's title match, that could be good because let's say the team of Bianca, Jade, and Naomi just destroy Damage Control, take them out of the equation. Now it becomes a singles match for that women's title, gives Bailey more of a chance to actually walk away as champion.
Speaking of that, listen, Ivan, you got to be careful, all right? Because Taekwon showed up when we were doing that Final Fantasy watch along, and he gets very jealous when men start hitting on me for some reason. then he went in a Discord and started talking all sorts of crazy shit that he thought he was going to get me on some shit, saying he had nudes of me and white hoods and all sorts of shit with things shaved in my chest. And I told him, if you got that, I'll cancel myself. Go ahead. Let's see it. Where they at?
That's how Zachary Wentz got fired. Be careful.
I was like, listen, but here's the thing. If he has them, I'm going to be surprised. And he better have the tattoos right when he replicates that shit. So,
you go have them AI photos like they had Taylor Swift.
Right.
Listen, there's a lot of tattoos that AI photos got to get right. You better get the spelling and everything, and my birthmarks.
AI never gets the spelling right on shit.
Nope.
No.
Vince, I think the thumbnail should probably be Bianca, Naomi, and Jade pointing at the WrestleMania sign. Have you seen that picture on Instagram?
I already have a picture. I'll send it in the group chat right now.
You got
I already had that. We all are on the same page because I already had it saved.
Yeah, I think we all saw it.
Yeah,
I got that on my IG
That's
page.
the one I got.
My story.
That's the one I had.
I also have one of them just kind of like posing. That's like really good. Like,
see, they had the 3 black women on there because we had 3 black people on the show. I get what you guys doing. I see it.
Oh man.
Well, if that's the case, I'll start with you, Dom. Are you Jade? Are you Naomi? Or are you Bianca from Powerbom Jutsu? Where do you fall in that?
I want one of them answer. Go ahead, Darrell. You go first.
I can answer it.
Oh, you got the answer?
I got the answer. Okay.
You're gonna answer on behalf. You're gonna
okay.
Here we go.
Dom is Bianca because Bianca is always on TV. She's always there consistently. She's promoted everywhere. Dom 9 times out of 10 making the rounds. He's usually answering the DMs. Darrell is Naomi because just like Naomi, he's glowing right now in his little background. And B obviously is Jade because we've long been waiting for this debut, and just like she finally signed to SmackDown, B finally made his appearance on Smackin It Raw. So this is the first time we've seen him, the first time we've seen of Jade. Hot commodities. So I think I nailed that.
You know what, Vince? Listen,
I like that.
I was not expecting you to make that as smooth as you did. I'm gonna give you all the credit in the world.
I wasn't either.
Right.
I was worried. I was like, he's gonna fuck this up. No, you didn't. You did good. So, all right.
Mental clock's right twice a day.
You almost forgot.
Katie,
yes, sir.
Spit or swallow?
This is, I don't know what I consider this, to be honest. Wolf Dogs, shout out Braun Breaker. You know what I'm saying? Only Braun Breaker. This is not for, I don't fuck with Baron Corbin.
Shout out Baron Corbin. He gets too much pay for no reason.
No,
why not?
I'm not a big Corbin guy. And then there was the whole broke ass Corbin thing, and then
that was
I went to Vegas and lost money, and then my friends started calling me that.
Happy Corbin was terrible. Broke ass Baron Corbin, bum ass Baron Corbin, gold.
Bum ass Baron Corbin was great until you fuckers, Matt, Vince, Cafeteria, started saying shit about me because I lost money in Vegas. You guys are mean.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
that'll do
fuck
it.
You guys.
Right.
That's not all you lost to Vegas.
Shut up.
Well, okay.
Luggage. It happens. It's okay.
Like I say, in the words of Alpo, people lose every day, B. You be all right. You win some, you lose some.
There's good else and there's bad else.
My goodness.
Like niggas lose every day. You tough, right?
But yeah, I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. Wolf Dogs. I don't like them being tag champions, especially when Braun was going up to the main roster. He was going to SmackDown, like he signed a fucking contract. It's like, what are we doing? And if you put those goddamn tag titles on the OC, I swear to God.
What? Come on. You gotta love the OC. No.
Listen, it's not necessarily about the OC. It's the fact that the OC isn't on NXT. They're on fucking SmackDown, and they're gonna go down and win the NXT tag titles.
Okay, cool.
Hey.
All right.
Hey, New Day won that. Remember, New Day was on Raw and won the NXT tag team titles.
And what do I bitch about every fucking week? That there is no real brand split, that they don't know what the fuck it is, and they don't know how to abide by it.
Yes, people will show up anywhere.
They just go wherever the fuck they want.
NXT is not a real brand. It's a
Roman's gonna be on Raw. Roman's gonna be on Raw. He's not undisputed champion where he's got both world titles. He can't do that no more.
Hey, but his opponent for WrestleMania is
head nigga in charge, so he can do anything he wants.
Yeah, he's head of the table. Come on now.
Is he though?
Right now, Roman's sitting at the head of the kitty table.
Ivan said Tamatonga's coming, we might see a reunion.
Yeah, but no. Listen,
Tama
Tama Tonga
Tonga, man.
is fine by himself. He doesn't need a Bullet Club. He doesn't need a Bloodline. He doesn't need any of that shit. Just let him be him. He's been in the Bullet Club for 1,000 fucking years.
He's an OG. I just want to see him with Carl Anderson again, and I feel like he could fill that. He could be that pseudo AJ role
in like TNA or some shit. I don't care.
Here's why he won't work by himself. At least not in WWE. He cusses way too much.
Yes.
Like it's gonna sound like a Rock promo. Just silence.
They're going to Netflix in a few months. They won't care.
You're right.
You put him on Raw, he's fine.
I am very curious as to how this whole Netflix deal is going to play out with the audience and what they let slide, because you don't have any national sponsorships that you're going to lose saying some shit. Because I've seen
no censors
shit. I watched the first season of The Witcher. Like I've seen crazy shit over on Netflix.
Yeah.
You can get away with some shit. So
yeah.
I mean, for all we know, if the OC stay on NXT and become tag champions, Tama Tonga joining NXT would probably be one of the better routes for him to go. Join Mia Yim over there as well. You have Bullet Club, whatever the OC be in NXT. I mean, who knows? They might be able to get away with some shit on CW. You know, like I feel like you can get away with some shit on CW.
No, the only thing you get away with on CW
that's public,
quote unquote sex, and that's about it.
I don't even know you can get away with sex on NXT or on the CW.
That's why quote unquote they don't really
All
show
American
anything.
had some action in there.
Oh,
You never know.
No. Nah.
Okay. Ivan, we'll talk after the show. So Vince took me and B's last spit or swallow. So I think we're just gonna kind of open up the floor to any further spits or swallows or anything that Darrell, Dom, Katie, or Vince has that we haven't talked about.
I got one from Monday Night Raw. It was the Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae tag team match. And then Candice doing a whole heel shit. And Indy's acting surprised, like, oh my gosh, she's doing a heel shit. Like she wasn't a fucking heel before. It's like it's so fucking
Candice
stupid.
is best as a heel.
Yeah, but no, Indy Hartwell was acting like.
Wait, there was no tag match. There was no tag match, Don. What you talking about?
It was Candice. It was Candice versus Ivy.
Yeah, it was a tag match last week, and she did the same thing.
And she did the same thing. She's acting like she was surprised being a heel. Like, Indy, you've
been doing it for like 3 weeks in a row. Why are you surprised, Indy?
Right.
She's just attacking people.
Right. You don't watch the show, Indy? Come on.
She does not. Clearly.
Like, he wasn't a heel before. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. You out there on that Jake the Snake? Is that why you forgot?
Wasn't she like one of the Ghostface like killers, like on NXT Halloween Havoc or whatever the fuck it was when she first joined the way?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how do you not remember how things go?
Like,
you don't remember
where you came from?
You don't remember when they all showed up in Ghostface masks? And
her in theory. They
showed
up. Yeah, they showed up in Ghostface. Yeah, basically.
I mean, I know it happened. I just don't remember. Listen, there's been a lot that happened on NXT.
I'm just as big of a Scream fan as you are. I'm surprised that's not like one of the things that's burned into your brain.
I remember it, and I've only watched the last Scream movie, and the first one.
Right, Pepperidge Farm.
I blame Theory on that one. That's Theory's fault.
I can see that.
Yep.
Theory in the Way was probably the best use of Theory, to be honest.
Yeah. Vince, you said you got 2 more spits and swallows.
Yeah, real quick. I mean, you kind of touched upon that, Dom. I'm spitting the women's match being so short. Like the only women's match on the 3-hour Raw program, and you get like maybe like a minute in there. Like I get it. Like you gotta like cut things down, but you know you gotta cut other things down. You know, let the women go a little bit. What was that a test
maybe
run
if
for,
Dwayne didn't take 20 minutes to get to the fucking ring and stand there, I could have got a longer women's match.
Shout out to Piper Nevin. She told you it's women's time to shine with 3-minute matches.
Yeah. But that's a spit, and a quick swallow was the first match of Raw. Maybe it was because I was live and it was the first match at the arena. But Ricochet versus JD McDonough was actually a really, really good match. More than it had any right to be. So I'm swallowing that.
We talked about it.
You having that sign too. Get your sign.
Let the woman open up.
Hey,
the
there was a Smackin It Raw sign there too. It wasn't just.
I'm sorry.
It's easier to see the white sign. All right, our logo is a little darker. It's harder to see in the dark, but it was there.
What are you trying to insinuate?
I'm just saying they only saw the Get Yo sign. We've had this discussion, Vince.
All right. Well, so we'll make a white sign.
Yeah, you gotta make a white sign with the Smackin It Raw logo circle in the middle so everyone can see it.
Or I could just put like a bunch of like cum shots on the sign so people can see.
Or just make a sign with everybody's logo on it. So look at it's everybody's logo here.
Oh man, I love it.
Holding hands.
I only promote the shows that I'm a member of. So, but like I can take bribes.
Welcome to Powerbom Jutsu, buddy.
We do a Shig Night. Like you're a part of it.
Right,
so,
exactly.
There's no choice.
Ivan said Spitter swallow the speed title. We talked about that in news and rumors. We all kind of spit that, saying that they're doing it on X though. I was like, everyone's gonna be on Ecstasy.
Amazing.
Everyone's on Ecstasy.
Twitter. Yeah, everyone's on Ecstasy. That's gonna be crazy.
That'll be fun. Bring back the Attitude Era.
That's why they can only do 3 minutes. They can only get away with so much.
Looks like you're officially a Circle of Debate member now too.
Listen. My name is not the word of Matt Ritter. I am not a whore. I am a committed man. As
Lies.
of next week Thursday.
Lies.
Hey, well, until then. Right. Oh my goodness.
What else you got, Vince?
Those were the two. Like
okay.
The women match being too short, and then JD Ricochet being too damn good for what it needed to be, but they slapped.
Can I seriously spit that home invasion? I really hated it.
Yeah,
I really hated it. Like they didn't break in, they didn't invade anything. They walked in through the garage. They were really nice. They didn't even scratch the truck up, which is ridiculous. Like they went in the kitchen. And he's like, "I'm gonna knock over some bottled water. It's not even gonna spill. It's very gently, just nicely." He threw some condiment packages in the air. Like you didn't even step on them, make a mess. It was so polite. It's like a kid throwing a tantrum. It's like you didn't knock over any of the photos. It's like they went in there. It's like, hey, our mom still lives there. We need to be really gentle here. It's like
Darrell.
They didn't snatch the TV.
Yo, I don't know about y'all, but that gives me like Tim Duncan, Week of Greatness, Foot Locker commercial energy.
Right.
It's like, oh my god, I'm so excited. I just knocked over a plant in excitement.
He
just like,
I loved it. Hey yo, you don't have to play Tim Duncan to me. I loved it. Love Tim Duncan. Like
don't take advantage of having guests on here to try and slide your basketball bullshit in on my show.
Hey, I love Tim Duncan. We'll talk about Tim Duncan.
Right.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm a member of Powerbom Jutsu now. We're here to talk basketball.
Right. There you go.
Show Powerbom Jutsu. Half the time we don't talk about wrestling. Sometimes we talk about basketball, a whole bunch of random shit like an hour.
Sounds like my kind of podcast.
Right. Hey, derailed the show.
Well, that's why I brought up the DC shit for the plug, because I sit there and listen to 15 minutes of Darrell talking about what DC shows are good and which ones were trash, and how Joss Whedon fucked everything up. Like,
right, yeah.
I get TNA, I get some basketball, I get a little bit of DC stuff. Like, you get everything over there.
There you go.
Is everyone out of stuff to plug or spit or swallow? We're all
I
good.
don't have anything.
Apparently, I'm a whore according to Powerbom Jutsu, Matt, and Circle of Debate. So.
Right, it is what it is. But
we got 3 whores on the show now.
Another thing that we do. Who's the third?
Well, you said you, and then you pimping out Darrell with Dom, and then now me.
I really thought he was going to say me, and this was going to turn into a whole other fucking show.
We have tried to pay Katie when she was in Chicago to go to Vince's house and drop kick him. Like,
I had a migraine.
One of the members of the chat was going to order her Uber to the house and everything. Like,
Jesus, I wanted willing to give away my address too.
Everyone was willing to. But...
Oh my goodness!
Who ran in Zelina Vega's house during her show and attacked her?
Oh wait,
Bianca.
It was Bianca. Yeah, that's what we were looking for. We needed you to Bianca and Vince to be Zelina.
Listen, I know. If I wouldn't have had a migraine, I would have. But it was a rough day for me.
You could have given me a migraine. I'm just saying.
I didn't even want to move. I was sitting in the dark with my hood up. What makes you think I could get in an Uber and then drive to you?
It's been a while since I've heard you say anything, but this is the end of the show. So before we sign out, I ask everybody one question, and don't worry, it's not anything dirty. What was your favorite show you watched this week?
Wrestling wise,
yes.
it would have to be SmackDown.
SmackDown?
What?
Yeah.
SmackDown?
I only watch Raw and SmackDown, and I barely watch Raw.
He said, "What?"
Tripping, my
I
guy.
mean, listen, he is being true to himself. He's not lying and making shit up. I watched 2 shows.
That's
One
all
of
we
them
love.
we
There's no
have.
answers.
It is what it
Yeah,
is.
and it's only SmackDown because I watched it longer than Raw.
I feel that.
There you go.
That's all we love you. Honesty.
Yeah.
He ain't
Darrell,
never gonna
your
lie
favorite
to you.
show. Darrell, your favorite show?
I
this, man.
guess I'm just gonna say TNA and just stick with the program.
The program you talk about the most. Yeah.
I just stick with the program, man.
That's fair. That's fair. Dom, what you got?
I'm gonna go NWA.
Good show. Good show.
He didn't say a single thing about it. And he's like, "Yeah, this."
Oh my goodness,
I'm gonna go with Raw just because of Rock beating Cody Rhodes. That's the only.
that was nice.
Man.
That's the
That
only
was
thing, you know?
nice.
Even though it was Raw is too damn long, I always complain about it. But the Rock
Man,
pairing beating up Cody Rhodes was my favorite show.
that would have been so much nicer if we knew what The Rock was saying.
He told him like, "Yo, I'm gonna whoop your ass later on." And just
No, he
wait.
said,
He said,
"Look here, Cody. Bleep, 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 bleepity, bleep, bleep. Look at your boy. Bleep, bleep, bleep,
"Oh,
bleepity,
yeah,
bleep, bleep."
don't fuck with the final boss type shit."
Right. And
Okay, with the final boss shit though, there's a lot of debates for who's the final boss on Twitter. You guys have been seeing that?
It's Mako Satomura, and everyone else can fuck
Exactly.
off.
And people don't know that.
wow.
Like I tweeted that this morning. That's the real final boss.
Oh my goodness.
The Rock can't stand
Let's
toe to
see.
toe with Mako Satomura.
Ivan, I've been in your chat. Listen, you go when I go at work, so I cannot watch it live, but I listen to everything. And you know this. And I have even taken breaks at work and come in your chat to show you love. What are you talking about? You know I'm there. And Vince is a whore. Speaking of Vince, what's your favorite show?
Listen, I was there in attendance. Honestly, Raw from top to bottom didn't have too many misses, except for like the women getting the shaft, and like getting their time crunched down. So like, I know my phrasing might not have been the best, but we didn't even talk about it. Main event: Jey Uso versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Like, The Rock gave us probably one of the best endings to Raw in the last couple years. So that was fantastic. The CM Punk stuff, Raw. I was there live. It was Chicago. Chicago does it best. Raw.
Katie?
NXT. I got women. I got Prime Target. I got Tony D'Angelo and Stacks doing business, and I got good shit on NXT. You know, that's my show.
I'm gonna have to go with Vince and say Raw for all of the
Whatever.
reasons that Vince said, but specifically, I mean, the logo is the Chicago flag of this show. So
Yeah, anytime there's a show in Chicago, I know what the fucking answer is.
I don't even watch basketball, but part of the Bulls entrance music plays in the beginning of our show before the beat drops. Like,
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's sampled. Shout out to Jalen on the beat.
So did you just stop watching basketball when the Bulls started sucking, or is this just like a life?
yeah, as soon as Jordan said he was going to the Wizards, I said I was going to stop
He was
watching
like,
basketball.
done.
Just kind of like when Jay Cutler lost like for his third season straight, I stopped watching the Bears play football. Like,
Yeah, I can't blame you for that.
Dang.
yeah,
I can't imagine what you're going through now with Justin Fields, man. He's not on
I'm not
the
going
team
through
anymore.
anything. That's the thing. I had a whole debate with the guy at work. He's like, why don't you, you're in Chicago Bears. I'm like, listen, when the Bears start winning, I'll start watching again. Until then, I'm not doing that shit. He goes, but this is the year you got to get on before they get good. I'm like, no, I'm going to wait till they get good. And also,
That's right.
I went and I checked out the results and I was like, what were you saying about this being the year they were going to be good? Didn't they win? No? Oh, no. Not this year? All right.
Are you
try
watching
again
any
next year.
sports? Are you watching any sports? Because I think I'm not super into hockey, but I think the Blackhawks are sucking this year too.
My wife is a big Blackhawks fan, so I keep up with that through her.
Yeah.
I do watch football. I just don't watch the Bears.
I don't blame you. It's okay.
That's really the only sport I watch.
You know how hard it is for me to watch the Colts. It's terrible. How far we both fallen. That was a Super Bowl matchup a few decades ago.
You watching the XFL?
Right.
I've stopped watching Bulls games this year because it's been like that.
I'm also a White Sox fan because I'm from the south side of Chicago. My wife's a Cubs fan. She's from up north, so she's having a little better time than I am lately in the last 20 some years, because the last thing we did was in 05, but like it is what it is. So now that we are at the end of the show, which one of you three would like to tell everyone where they can find Powerbom Jutsu and what you guys got going on? Dom? Yeah.
Darrell?
No, it sounds like Dom. He's the pro.
He raised the finger. I thought that was
about We're acknowledging you, Dom. We're acknowledging you, Dom.
I was pointing Darrell. I don't like
our tribal chief. You don't like talking to this guy. This guy. Okay. All right. I got this. I can do this. So you can find Powerbom Jutsu, iTunes, Stitcher, Stitcher's dead, Spotify, and basically anywhere else you're able to listen to podcasts, because Google's dying too, so it's not even, that's done too. But if you want to find us on social media, there's Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. I think there's a Facebook. I don't see, this is why Dom should did it. But Powerbom Jutsu everywhere. We're everywhere. If you can find Smackin It Raw, we're not far behind. Trust me.
Okay. There you go. You did great.
Coming soon on Napster too.
Napster. Bringing it back.
Again, guys, I watch them, or I listen to them every week. They're hilarious. I love these guys. Go check them out. Show them some love. Waste of White Skin was a great episode. They just dropped another one. I listen to you guys on my way to them while I'm at work driving around. So you guys dropped it, and then I had Friday off. So have not got to it yet, but I will. Go check them out. Vince, bend over and plug yourself for everybody.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at SESVince. Linktree in my bio takes you to all the audio links for the archives of Straight Talk, where I talk basketball freely over there without judgment. But I also encourage you to go over to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/SESVince, where the Wrestling March Madness 2K24 edition, the 32 tag team bracket is still up, available. Go check it out. Dom was there. He was a judge. Katie was there. She was the judge. Yep. Matt was there, impromptu, but he was a judge.
Didn't run in.
It was my daughter Zoe. She was on my 3-year-old was on a podcast tour last month, or this past month. And Vince's March Madness was one of those things, and she laid down the law. She came in and told everybody they were wrong and picked tag teams. She didn't even know who the fuck they were, but she handled her business.
She was doing good.
She runs the family. She's letting you know.
She's the head of the table.
Right.
But yeah, check that out.
Oh, Katie?
You can follow me on Twitter, KatieWrestling13, link to about to all things She Elite Showcase, twitch.tv/She Elite Showcase, and youtube.com/She Elite Showcase, typically Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern-ish. Latest episode is out. It was another solo to Katie because, schedules things. I ranked WrestleMania entrances. That's up on the YouTube based off of WWE's list and some of my own, because they included none of Bianca's in their fucking list. So I had to include hers because it's disrespectful. Matt's going to talk about getting off. We're doing that tomorrow. We're going to try and do a She Elite next week, depending on the quality of my Airbnb Wi-Fi. If not, you'll see me at WrestleMania if you're going. I'll be there.
Nice.
All right. And as always, you guys can follow me at Matt Ridder, MATTRIDDER, for your wrestling content, at Getting Off for your horror content. Katie mentioned it tomorrow, same time, same channel. We will be live for trivia. I am your trivia host. Will is my Vanna White. Katie, Tommy, and Reek are going to be our trivia contestants. We're going to determine the first trick or treat trivia champion. So come join us for that. It's going to be a good time, and it is the last time you guys are going to see me for a week because there's no Smackin' It Raw next week. I will not be on Creation Conversation on Friday. So come say hi to me one last time before I take a week off and a well-deserved vacation. You guys can also follow me everywhere else on socials at Smackin It Raw, TikTok, Threads, Instagram, and Blue Sky. All of that, and that gets you a little bit of getting off. That gets you a little bit of Smackin It Raw. Also, Creation World, the banner under which the Smackin It Raw podcast exists. All of that at It's Creation World, ITSCREATIA World. And YouTube.com, Twitch.tv, all Creation World. Go check and follow and subscribe and do all those things you guys are supposed to do. For Miss Bay, SES Vince, Dom Durrell, and B from Powerbom Jutsu. I am the patron saint of podcasts and the Warden Matt Ritter, and this has been your #1 wrestling podcast on places where you can find people having sex on the internet. And this is the post show. So if you guys want to hang out and bullshit for a little bit, you're more than welcome to. If you got shit to do,
Sure.
You can go. It's weird because normally like we're halfway through the show at this point because we started an hour earlier. So this is kind of cool. But hey, how was your first experience here on Smackin It Raw? How'd you enjoy it?
I liked it. Definitely will come back.
Hell yeah. That's what I like to hear.
It's gonna be a week where I actually watch some shit too.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, like I didn't pay a whole lot of attention because I was like, we're gonna have 6 people on the show, and normally when I got that many people on, I just keep asking everyone spit or swallow, and I just hop in every now and then with my opinion. So I didn't have a whole lot of notes, but I took some just to remind myself. And then when you were like, "You're out," I'm like, "Well, I'm glad I took some notes because I almost didn't take any."
You trying to take the easy way out? It's okay.
Yeah. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go make me some more tacos. If you guys stick around, cool. If not, I loved hanging out with you guys. You guys were fucking amazing. B, great to meet you. Darrell, awesome working with you. Dom, we gotta see each other more, man. We gotta talk Power Rangers again.
All right, yeah.
But I'll be back.
So, did I hear you say that Batman versus Superman was a good movie?
Oh man, you heard that? Okay.
Is that what I heard?
You might have heard that.
Because if I remember correctly, the entire crux of that movie was both our moms are named Martha.
Crazier things have happened.
So what of DC in general, like what is your go-to? What is your favorite live action shit?
If I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna get so much hate for this. It's probably the peak. It's probably the first Shazam movie.
Okay.
It sounds so stupid, and like on the surface, it is a kids movie, but there's like a lot of like old school horror shit in there that I kind of like really enjoy. Like the scene with the they're in the boardroom and it's like the monsters come in and it's like you could have went the whole PG-13 route and everybody gets slaughtered and murdered and everything. Instead they go with like, all right, we're gonna film outside of the room, we're gonna cover it in smoke, you don't know what's going on, you just sit there and screams, lights flashing and shit like that. You're gonna see the hands fall slowly down the door. It's like, okay, yeah, I like that. That's cool. Like, I don't know, it just felt different than the rest of the stuff. And I also like Man of Steel, but everybody says that. So.
Listen, I'm not a Superman fan, so when I watched Superman break Zod's neck, I was like, okay, I can fuck with that Superman.
Man,
like,
people are so mad about that. It's like, why did Superman kill him? Why did he break his neck? And it's like, well,
why not?
He was gonna laser that fucking family. That's a good reason. But also, if you watch like the old Superman films, like Superman was just a menace back there. Like, like he threw somebody in a bottomless pit. He's like, all right, you just go there forever. You're done. Like Superman used to be taking shots at Brandy. It's like, oh man, it's like the worst thing he did is snap Zod's neck. That's not. Come on now. That's like, come on, man.
I do fuck with Shazam though. I really did enjoy Shazam. I also randomly I liked what they did with Aquaman because I'm a fan of James Wan as a horror director. So when he came in and did his shit, I was good with that too.
Yeah.
I'm going to take my post-show pee break. So talk DC, wrestling, whatever you guys want amongst yourself. I can still hear you. So if you want to talk shit, just know I'm coming back in like 3 minutes.
I ain't gonna lie though, with Shazam, I never get past like the first like 10 minutes while falling asleep on that shit.
Oh,
Every
man,
time I
yeah,
fall asleep,
come on,
I try to watch
It's
it.
cool
but-
once you get through it. Then the
Yeah,
second
that's
one was
one-
all right too.
I know like
Yeah,
nigga parents died in the beginning, like I fall asleep when the credits rolled. I'm like, yeah, I'm not rewinding this and staying up.
I think it just has the DC problem. Like, I don't think DC made a bunch of bad movies or anything like that, but I feel like they try to do way too much at like all at once. Like they were
Yeah.
like, "Hey, we
Structure.
need to catch up to the Avengers. We got to do this right now," and you really had time to like slow it down.
Right
And play
now,
it out, you know
Marvel's
what I mean?
down bad right now though.
Oh yeah,
X-Men is still, you know.
I don't think they're super down bad. I think it's a suffering from success thing. they got a little lazy, but it's not terrible.
Like, like what's the Asian dude Shang Li? I think it was good.
Yeah, it was nice. It's just way too much. Like some of the things.
Shang-Chi?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Shang-Chi.
I said Shang Li.
Like,
That's
I'm
racist. I'm sorry.
Like I might take some heat from this, but like I didn't think they needed to make shows of like everything. Like I like Moon Knight as a character, but did he really need a show?
Yes, he fucking did. No.
All right, I retract my statement. Did Hawkeye need a show?
I mean,
no.
All right.
I like Haley Steinfeld, so I'm gonna say.
I was gonna
yes.
say I got Kate Bishop and Yelena talking the whole time. Basically,
Yeah,
so, like,
no.
I'm not gonna be mad about
Listen,
that.
Hold on.
You're taking the easy route out. That's not fair.
No.
Talk to me about Florence Pugh. Come on.
Oh yeah, she's so
no,
cold.
I
I love
fuck
her.
with her.
I'm like, man, I drink her bath water.
So.
She held that show.
Like she is
I
so
like
cold.
Black Widow just because she's in that shit. So
Yeah, I hated Black Widow, but I watch her.
I didn't hate Black Widow. I didn't like it as much as I would have liked it if it was 10 years ago.
Yeah, the placement
Yeah,
was
it was
weird.
way too late.
Like she's dead, and like why are we having a movie about her?
It's like
I like this. She-Hulk was okay, but it was like okay, she's twerking with Megan Thee Stallion. I'm like, okay, we're doing too much.
I just think it's funny that people got like so mad about
oh
that
yeah,
shit.
they were ready to
Who cares?
riot over
Like
that.
it's the show was satire, basically.
Right.
It was
Like
cool.
just
Like I
let it
enjoyed it.
happen.
I'm like, man, she's like all over the place. And then Falcon and Winter Soldier was all right. Secret Invasions could have been better. But I like Secret Invasion.
I didn't watch Secret Invasion.
See, I didn't fuck with Secret Invasion.
Like
That
I
was
love
not
how
it.
like the main Skrull dude had everybody shook, man. They were so scared of him, man. And then what else? I hate that they're making the one TV show with the one girl, Agatha from. Yeah, so it might be a
man.
musical. Who knows what's it going to be?
That's what I meant by they were like they're suffering from success because there's no other way they would have greenlit Agatha. Like if they were going to do a spinoff, I feel like they could have thought of like maybe 5 or 6 more before they even got there.
Right. So they got some shows coming. They got Ironheart.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be all right.
I'm just waiting for my Moon Knight season 2, and they're taking too long, and it's so starting to piss me the fuck off.
Yeah. Imagine being a fan of DC TV shows. Nothing.
Well, I mean,
they killed all the good ones.
Listen, Travis and Mara, and I was on a few episodes, had a show called Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow where they covered all those CW shows every week, even when it got really fucking bad.
Hey,
it was just like Stargirl.
He said,
Hey. Those CW shows, they had some pretty high moments. All right.
They did. That's what I'm saying. Like when they got bad and all that was left was like Stargirl and Superman and Lois.
And they were dragging out the Flash and
Gotham Knights or whatever. And yeah. When it got bad, they still covered it. But no, I was in with Arrow. I was in with Flash when it first came out. I was about it.
Arrow was dope. I watched like the first like couple episodes. I started playing Call of Duty consistently, and I stopped watching the TV show. And I was like, oh my god, there's like a whole bunch of seasons out.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Green Arrow is like one of my favorite heroes. So part of me was like, all right, they doing too much Batman, but I will also get excited when they did stupid stuff like, oh, he did the boxing glove arrow thing. That's great. This is wonderful, you know. But I did love Arrow, and then I started getting annoyed. It's like, hey, Felicity's not even in the comics yet. What are we doing here, people? I was so annoyed.
Good,
So that's why you said, why do we need a Hawkeye show? Is because you're a Green Arrow guy. You don't like the competition. I see.
Yeah, that's true.
Too many people bows and arrows. He probably doesn't like the Hunger Games either. Because Katniss.
Getcho said X-Men 97 is killing it. So I turned on the first episode of X-Men 97 and I saw some shit and I'm like, I don't remember what happened in the original show. So I went back and started rewatching the whole original cartoon.
That's why I started in 97. I was like, I need to go back to the original first.
I watch the original all the time. I just watched, like, I forgot what the last episode was, like how Professor X got like AIDS from the dude or whatever. He like shot him. Like he was sick or in a coma. And they contact like Lilandra, and then she came and got him and then went to space.
Oh man.
Okay. No, I did just see Lilandra recently with her coming down and them doing the whole Shi'ar shit. The last episode I watched was when they were like introducing the X-Force, and you had Cyclops shooting Havoc. Apparently they don't know,
he didn't know they were brothers. Yeah.
And Forge is running some shit, and Iceman's out there trying to go get his bitch, and then she's got a new man, and he didn't know about it, and now he looks stupid, like all that shit. So, HIV not blades. Yes.
Terrible. God damn it.
Is it mutant HIV?
Yeah.
Oh, the legacy virus?
They got that too, man. Like one episode like was giving like people AIDS, like the mutant AIDS with the little gun.
It's gotta be legacy virus, right?
Yeah,
they had like the techno throwing up their neck and shit.
Yeah, like Apocalypse made that shit, and it was like, oh my god, get them mutants.
I think that's what Cable has. What is it called? The techno some organic. It's a really long name for no reason.
So Apocalypse made that shit, right? So Bishop goes back in time, changes some shit, shows up. Forge is like, everything's still fucked up, and I don't know what you're talking about, but there's a virus, and the X-Men are dead. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna go back and fix this now. And then Cable's whole existence starts like getting fucked up. And he's like, why? They're like, there's this black dude, and he's gonna change some shit and save the X-Men, and then everything's fucked up. And Cable's like, no, fuck that and fuck him. So then he goes back in time to stop Bishop from fixing his timeline, because then they don't get the immunity. And then Cable's smart, and he's like, listen, I'm just going to give the shit to Wolverine, and he'll fix it himself, and then we can just go from there, and I'm good. So, I'm getting all caught up. I'm guessing you've never seen. When were you born, Katie?
1996.
Okay, you were alive.
So I know Bishop was a slave hunter.
Yeah,
because like the one episode of he was hunting mutants, and he was like giving them to the Sentinels, and the Sentinels like, nah, we ain't fucking with you no more. And he went back in time to stop it. I was like, yo,
they said you reached your quota.
Right.
Yeah, I was like,
we've had
Bishop,
enough of you.
I can't fuck with you, Bishop. On a new episode, I'm like, Bishop, why are you even here right now? But the new episode explains why he's here.
Okay.
Like the first thing, I'm like, why the fuck is Bishop here? Like he ain't supposed to be in the future, but the last episode explained why he's here. I was like, okay, I get it now.
Like I said, I need to figure some shit out, because like I turned on the first episode and they're like, Xavier's dead and Jean is pregnant. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck? Hold on, back up. Okay, I don't remember any of that. So yeah, I had to go back and watch it. Black Adam.
Mm-hmm.
You said that Black Adam didn't need Shazam, and then you said some things about Zachary Levi, which I'm not going to say you were right or wrong about. I did enjoy Shazam. I don't know him personally outside of his role, so it is what it is. But you also said that The Rock was not the reason Black Adam didn't do well.
Yep.
Wasn't he the main character, though? Doesn't that, like, rest on his shoulders?
Well,
yeah, but he didn't write it.
I heard what Dom heard, that they were like, hey, we want to do this, we want to do that. The Rock's like, no, this is my movie. You guys can go fuck yourselves. Oh, but the dude from Young Rock that plays Young Me? I'm going to put him in the movie, too. I'm just doing my own goddamn thing. This isn't even really about DC. This is just about me and what I want to do.
Yeah, I just feel like Black Adam is, again, one of those characters I really like. Black Adam has enough solo stories without Shazam that you can do a standalone Black Adam film, and you don't even have to reference Shazam if you don't want to. But they wrote a film, and The Rock is, in simplest terms, he's a big action badass. And that's what he should have been doing in the film. But they spend so much time focusing on, but how does Black Adam feel? And how Black Adam feels is never, it never crosses Black Adam's mind in the comics. He's never like, I don't know how I feel about this today. It's like, I'm gonna blow up this whole fucking country and move on with my life. And we spend so much time, Black Adam's like, do I care for this child or not? Do these people love me or do they hate me? Like, and it's so much time focusing on that, and that's not where The Rock excels. Like, if they were going to do this movie, Black Adam comes back to life, and he's like, okay, let's figure it out. He should have been doing some badass shit, you know? Like Rock's not. If they wanted somebody to do like emotional scenes and then occasionally do some badass stuff, they want to got Batista, but that's not where The Rock excels. It's just like. It's like, I don't want to see The Rock meditate over, but what does life really mean? Should I sacrifice myself for these people? No, do they need me? It wasn't necessary. You know what I mean? Like in the comics, when Black Adam does his like, let me think about life things, it's usually because he's lost and he's fucked up some things. Like Black Adam, he starts World War III in the comics, right? And he's like, fuck it, I'm beating everybody's ass. Superheroes, supervillains. It's on. Everybody gets beat. And in the end, he loses and his powers are stripped away. He's just turned to a regular human. And they change his magic word from Shazam to it's chocolate egg malt. Don't ask why, but that's what his magic word is.
I'm sorry, what?
They turn it into that because like earlier in World War III, Shazam, he gets his ass beat and like he's off the table. And Black Adam just like for a year straight, he just runs through everybody in the comics, and it's great. And they finally get Shazam back in there, and they change the magic word. They get the wizard to change his magic word, and of course, Shazam's a kid, so he's like chocolate egg malt. That's what I like to order. And Black Adam's like wandering the world, and he's like as a human, and he's got no powers. He's like, man, maybe I was the bad guy. Maybe I was. That's when he thinks about things in the comics, and then he's like, well, Billy Batson always orders these chocolate egg malts. Let me order one. And he orders one and he gets his powers back. And he's like, I'm going to be a hero this time around. You know, that's when he thinks about stuff. And
he had a chocolate egg malt and said, yeah, I'm going to be a hero now.
Yeah, like, because that's when he gets his power back. And he's like, he orders, hey, give me one of those chocolate egg malts. And it's like, boom, he's Black Adam again. He's like, yeah, I'm going to be a hero this time. I'll be one of the good guys. And he joins the Justice Society. Like, but yeah.
Do you know what this movie was?
What's that?
This movie was The Rock trying to fulfill the bullshit he was telling us back when he was feuding with Hurricane Helms, and he kept saying the Scorpion King is a superhero, right?
Yep.
You remember that whole thing? He's like,
I
you're not a superhero. The Scorpion King was not a superhero. Not when he made that movie. No, he was not. But he's like, I'm going to make the Scorpion King a superhero. What's Black Adam? Pharaohs, Egypt, all that shit. Yep, I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna be a real superhero this time, goddamn.
Oh man,
and that's what that movie was.
Oh man, I could have wrote a good Black Adam movie without Shazam, but it's just
listen, I'm disappointed that Hurricane Helms as the Hurricane didn't show up for a cameo in that movie. Just like he could be spinning a sign on the corner in the fucking suit.
Right,
have a little confrontation with them.
The Rock has not thought about the Hurricane for a very long time.
YouTube has not forgotten about it. Neither have I.
Right. Every week we're reminded. You remember Hurricane beat The Rock? Oh my god.
Well, Stone Cold interfered too, though, right? It was some other factors and stuff happened.
But when is a win?
Stone Cold is his superpower, all right?
Just saying.
Right.
You know, like the Power Rangers, they summon Zords. Hurricane summons Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Okay.
The trick.
Stand back. There's a Stone Cold coming through. You know?
There you go.
Stand back. There's a stunner coming in.
Right.
But
oh my goodness.
Yeah, man. I like most of the Marvels. I personally don't understand like the hate that the Marvels got. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Kamala Khan. in her show and in this. Like, it was cool to me.
I don't like that they changed their powers, but I
can see
still
that.
enjoyed it. You know, like it's still enjoyable. Like I dislike they changed their powers, but it's no reason to like just write off. Oh no, this is horrible. The whole movie they've changed a lot about heroes from comics to the movies. Like Tony Stark is a raging alcoholic who frequently relapses in the comics. You know, like they wrote that out, so you know they changed things. It happens, but you know.
Yeah.
Well, this is what I've always said, and I think me and Katie have actually talked about this. We live in a society, in a world where we have accepted multiverses. That multiverses, especially in comic book movies, exist. Yet for whatever reason, when the MCU came out and created their own multiverse, call it Earth, whatever the fuck you want to call it, everyone's like, oh no, that's not this, that's not that. And it's like, no, but they're not taking it from the comics. They're taking bits and pieces from the comics and creating their own universe in this multiverse. So why is it any different than when they do it in the comics and you get a new story with how many times has Superman had powers added, taken away, and changed in the comics and nobody bitches?
Right, people die and come back to life and stuff. Like, wow.
I think it's a situation like Cody Rhodes' theme song. Let me explain.
Yeah.
So Cody Rhodes, he has the same music he has in AEW. When he comes out in AEW, they don't go whoa, they don't sing along, they don't. But Cody Rhodes in WWE, every single entrance theme he has, it's had that whoa in there. So people accept it, they know it, they're gonna sing along with it. Whereas in the comics, Marvel does this thing where it's like a while ago, it's like we're gonna kill all our multiverses and we're gonna do it all in one universe now. And so they killed all the multiverses. And so for the last 15 years, there's been no multiverses in Marvel Comics. Everything's been the same universe. Whereas DC keeps pushing, it's a multiverse. Every year is a reminder, hey, it's a multiverse. Anything can happen. So at least for the comic readers, they've been like conditioned with Marvel. It's like, no, there's no multiverse. They can't do that. So it's like the multiverse is something DC should have capitalized on more than just with the CW shows. But Marvel's doing it now because they kind of back themselves in a corner. They don't have any other choice. But
I will say that Crisis on Infinite Earth shit was pretty cool.
Oh, it was
when
awesome.
When they went through all the shit. We went back to fucking Smallville for shits and giggles.
Yeah, right.
Like, it was good shit.
Like, made no sense. Like, they was like, hey, you know what would be great? Adam West. Well, I don't know how they did that shit. They were just in the nick of time with that. Like, we can get Adam West here. Like, they got Keaton back as Batman before anybody else. They was like, hey, Michael Keaton, you know what would be great? Just be Bruce Wayne again. And somebody at WB saw that shit and they was like, we can get him in a movie. we can bring it back. We can run this back. They had Ezra Miller before the crimes. It's like, all right, we're doing a crossover with the movies now. This is gonna be great. Like CW, when they really wanted to try, they made some great stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
People trashed those shows, but they did work.
The trailer for The Flash looked so good, the movie did not deliver.
I'm not gonna lie to you, that was terrible.
I fall asleep on it every time.
It was terrible. Ezra Miller, he didn't have the charisma for that.
I was just saying that's outside of like I would have much rather had Grant Gustin in there, but like outside of the crimes, which is enough to have just like not made that movie.
Yeah.
But then you put him in there and you deliver what the fuck you delivered, and it was like,
yeah, it was just like, he didn't have the charisma for that.
No.
Oh man, they rewrote that script so many times, and they should have picked a different one. Should have rewrote it one more time because that was terrible. Oh my goodness.
Justin says you were talking about Marvel now.
I'm talking about Marvel now. I'll tell you about Marvel. No, I'm joking. Oh man, what's going on in Marvel now? I think they're slowing down on content because they were putting out so much like back to back. So what phase are we in now? 5, 6?
We're in a phase of like we're kind of like fucked up because Kang's really becoming king in real life.
phase. So like we're gonna
Yeah,
cancel
no,
them, and it's like,
Well, they made an announcement. There's like, nah, we're just gonna keep pushing forward. We're just gonna cast somebody else.
but no,
It's
the
fair.
Avengers 5, which is like I think it's called Avenger 5, not King Dynasty no more, right?
Yeah, but they're gonna keep going with Kang though.
All right, I hope so, because I'm like they just introduced them, and it's like
Apparently, we're in
Let's
phase
go.
5. Okay, phase 5. I will admit, I hate the Ant-Man and Wasp movies. I hate those. I just don't like heist movies. And at first, it was so terrible that I was like,
I
I'll never
liked
like
the
this
first
character.
Ant-Man movie. I did. I
Hey,
liked the
it was
first
cool.
Ant-Man movie.
You
Like,
guys
where's
had too much
T.I.
fun
at,
with
man?
that
T.I. is not like an MCU. Like, why he's not here?
because he's not a good actor.
But
Or the one dude explained everything.
we do Creation Conversation, which is a nerd news. We talk movies, we talk TV, we talk video games and all that. And Katie was my frequent Monday host, so every time we got a chance, we'd be talking about the Marvel news and everything that came out. And we talked about, like, you guys talked a little bit about the Marvel prop, right? And in my opinion, what the issue was when they came out and they said, all right, the Avengers are done, new movie, we're starting over, and they gave us Shang-Chi, and we have not seen in like 3 or 4 years now any interaction between
Any of these
Shang-Chi and
characters.
any of the other, like, that was what we loved about it, was like we were seeing them, at least Nick Fury, show up in all the shows and start collecting motherfuckers and doing some shit. And we got an Avengers movie by now, and we brought everyone together. You're just introducing a bunch of shit and just dropping a bunch of random shit, and none of it is coinciding.
There's no
Yeah,
connection
like-
anymore.
It was like
Yeah.
little plot holes and stuff like here and there, like from even like the very first like Iron Man to like Thor, little things like that. You know, like, hey, we got a situation in New Mexico. We got to go and it's like Thor's hammer at the end of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But that's why Katie loves Moon Knight, because Moon Knight stood on its own. You didn't need none of that other shit.
Yeah.
Just Oscar Isaacs.
Oscar Isaac is the fucking man.
He should have been Reed Richards. All right. I don't know.
Listen, hey, I'm getting Pedro Pascal. I'm fine.
You're fine. You're like, hey, it works.
But no,
I'm kind
all
of
I
curious
need,
with that.
I just
'cause,
need,
like,
I just need them on screen together in some capacity. I don't care how. I just need Oscar Isaac and Pedro Pascal on the same screen in the Marvel universe. That's all I fucking ask for.
Just once. That's
Just
all.
once. One
Right. How-
time.
How do you feel about the rest of the Fantastic Four class?
I don't even remember who's cast.
Oh man.
I was
So-
very excited about Pedro.
You're just like, hey, forget the rest of these guys.
Pedro's my guy.
They've got Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm. They've got Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, which is the one that drives me freaking crazy. And then they've got Iman Boss as Ben Grimm. So
Why does
Joseph
Vanessa
Quinn.
Kirby look like Charlotte Flair?
exactly.
Jesus. I don't necessarily have like an issue with Joseph Quinn being Johnny. I mean, because if you watch Stranger Things, like Eddie was like kind of like this carefree, not really like doing his own thing character. So, like,
I'm gonna say
fine with it.
Stranger Things is a show set in Indiana, and I couldn't make it through the first season. I should have loved it.
Dude, Stranger Things is so good.
I couldn't get through it.
I like
I
it,
was like,
dude.
this ain't hitting
I
for
don't know,
me.
the episodes were getting too long. I'm like, damn, man. Like
No,
the
it's
last
good.
episode was like long. I had to like watching them parts. I'm like, I'm getting old now. I have to watch shit in parts now.
But you,
Everything was
Katie, you were
30 minutes
saying
when we were kids.
he was a free spirit in Stranger Things.
Yeah, and I think that, like, I mean, Johnny is like, you know, he's a hothead. He does his own thing. He does whatever he wants. He doesn't like listening to the rules. I feel like Joseph Quinn can pull it off fine. I don't know. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see what they do. I didn't see the newest iteration of Fantastic Four. I planned on it and I just completely forgot.
I will say this: I'm gonna catch more slack. I have terrible movie takes, according to some people. The first 3/4 of that movie were pretty good, and then it was like, all right, in this last section, we're gonna suddenly turned Doom. All right, screw it. He's evil now, and he's the villain now. And it's like, but you could have made him evil in the first part and built up to it. It's like the last part of the film is just like a whole different film. It's like, no, that's not what we were building up to. What is this?
You said no. What the fuck?
Yeah. It was like, all right. It's like, it feels like at the end they were like, you know what, we need a big super battle. And I don't know, at least for me, I always felt like the Fantastic Four were more like explorers than superheroes. Like, yeah, they do superhero stuff, but they're also diving into the Earth's crust and visiting other planets. Like superhero comes second for them,
Yeah, they're like scientists and shit.
Right.
Did you like Michael B. Jordan better as Johnny or as
he's
his role in
Killmonger.
Black Panther? Yeah, Killmonger.
Yeah, he's Killmonger.
Ugh.
Nothing against him as
was
Johnny,
an
but he's
abomination.
Killmonger, man. He was too good as Killmonger. I
Kill-
had to
Oh
look at
my
him sideways, like you were having too much fun with that one. Like,
I don't know. I think my issue with that Fantastic Four movie was like, I don't mind him as Johnny.
yeah.
But you can't cast a white girl as his biological sister and not explain that shit.
Right. Exactly.
Two,
You're adopted, right?
you cast a skinny white dude to play Ben Grimm, who is the thing
Made
who
no
becomes-
sense.
Yeah,
No,
that's
and
That was
right.
the worst one. That was the worst casting in that one.
Miles Teller just didn't strike me as Reed Richards either. Like, I don't mind Miles Teller,
fair
but
enough.
like he didn't give me that super genius, nerdy, stretchy. Like, I don't know. John Krasinski. I will say this: I am not a huge fan of like the original Spider-Man trilogy and the director behind it, even though he directed all the evil shit. I'm not.
Yeah, Matt's got beef with Sam Raimi. So
Okay. How did you feel about Amazing Spider-Man though?
I liked Amazing Spider-Man.
All right,
So
we're
here's
good
my
then.
thing.
We're good.
Yeah.
Hey, we're good then.
hell yeah.
Here's my thing. So I didn't like Tobey Maguire.
Fair enough.
I didn't fuck with Tobey Maguire. It is
enough.
what it is. It is what it is. However, I do think that Andrew Garfield played a better Spider-Man, while Tobey was probably a little more faithful to who Peter Parker is.
Fair enough.
I really liked Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man, which is why I fucked with the Amazing Spider-Man. And I've gone about this. I'll take all the hate. I don't care.
Nah, I'm with it, man. I got your back on this one.
I did, however, because Multiverse of Madness was essentially just Sam Raimi making Evil Dead into a Marvel movie, and it worked for me. You had the Necronomicon, you had Evil Ash, but it was Evil Doctor Strange, like when he possessed that zombie body and went in there, like he just made Evil Dead, like, and I was actually good with it. I really enjoyed it, like,
Fair enough.
so it was
Okay.
what it was.
Fair enough. I've never heard that comparison, but it works. It works so much. Okay,
That's Matt's forte.
that's good. I like it.
So,
I'm with it.
I did enjoy
Andrew,
that.
best Peter.
I don't know.
Andrew
Yeah.
Garfield just gets disrespected as Spider-Man, and it's not fucking fair.
Nah, man. He was my favorite Spider-Man. He still is.
They did him bogus with the way they did the Rhino in his movie.
Yeah.
In the
Also, the fact he didn't
Rhino
get a
suit
third
and shit.
movie. Like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
he didn't get his third movie.
Still mad about that to this day.
I really hate what Sony's doing with the Spider-Man universe. They're doing like all these like spin-off Spider-Mans with no interaction with Spider-Man.
Here's my other.
I
bad
will
take.
say,
I enjoy those Venom movies.
No,
Okay.
I'm like, it's like what 3 Venom movies and he still hasn't fought Spider-Man. Like, come on, like,
2.
get to the
It's
point.
only 2. It's only
Oh
2.
really?
Yeah.
There's another one coming out.
Yeah, he might fight Spider-Man. That one we don't know
Yeah.
yet.
well, at the end of the fucking Spider-Man movie, he was, a little bit of that Venom symbiote stayed behind when he got
Yep.
sucked back to his own universe. But
Mhm.
so here's my thing. I don't necessarily mind the Venom movies. I don't like Tom Hardy because Tom Hardy sounds drunk in everything he does.
We've had this whole conversation before.
It was a good bang.
Every time, and my wife loves Tom Hardy. She loves Tom Hardy. So
See,
maybe
that's
that's
why
part
you
of the
hate
reason
it.
I like
That's why you hate it.
But
Yeah.
no, dude, everything I watch with Tom Hardy in it, he just sounds drunk. Like that's his thing. Is he just sounds like he is really drunk the entire time, even through the Venom movies. He just sounds like an alcoholic the entire time on a bender, and it
Yeah,
bugs the
but
piss out of
I
me.
bet you like Rocky movies, don't you? And
Listen.
Rambo, you know what's the best?
Not
of
Rambo.
Stallone.
I don't fuck with Rambo.
Really? No Rambo.
I don't fuck with Rambo. However,
No Rambo?
yes, I do love Rocky movies, but Rocky, I mean, he's supposed to be an idiot.
Isn't Eddie?
Depending on the Eddie that you look at, this one does. I don't know.
I don't even fucking Topher Grace.
Right.
Well, yeah, he's better than Topher Grace. I will
Like,
give you
come
that.
on.
I enjoy like the Venom movies. I think Sony's getting like, I don't know, man. I don't hate the idea of like a Spider-Man universe without Spider-Man, because villains are doing things when Spider-Man is not around. Like we've seen like in the comics, like the villains like, nah, we just beefing with each other. We're not really worried about Spider-Man. It makes sense like why they would do it, but the execution on them has been shaky at best. Like, I like the Venom movies because they're just stupid fun, But like Morbius, oh my goodness, somebody should have been taken out back and shot for that one.
Demolition Man is my shit. All right.
Good ass movie.
Wesley Snipes, Sylvester Stallone, the seashells, and Taco Bell is every restaurant. That is my shit.
Oh man. Hey, you can't hate on Demolition Man.
You can't hate on
Demolition Man. But yeah, man, I don't know. The execution hasn't been great. I haven't seen Madam Web. I plan to see it though, just because like Dakota's been on this like crazy press run that they hate, and she's like, "Nah, this shit's terrible." I was like, that's gonna make me love it. Like, I love bad movies, like bad movies that know they're bad. I love it.
That's another one where like I watched the trailer and I'm like, oh, I don't know anything about the character, so I might actually go in and enjoy this, right? Like,
right.
I'm not one of those guys. I don't read the comics like that. So a lot of the stuff I go in and I'm not affected by, this isn't what it is in the comics. So I can just go in and play the movie for what it is.
To be completely fair with this one, these are not major comic characters. Madam Web was mostly big because she was in the cartoon back in the day, but she's not she shows up once every 5 or 6 years in the comics. She's not a big deal. Same with fuck, I forgot her name. Spider-Woman. They've got Spider-Woman in there, but it's like there's like 10 different Spider-Womans. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like,
my thing is, if you're gonna put Sydney Sweeney in spandex, I'm gonna watch your movie. So
look, that's all you wanted, huh? That's all you needed.
All he needed.
Right. And it's like none of these are big characters. Ezekiel Sims, he had like one major arc where he was an important person. He died pretty early in that. You know what I mean? Like, he was in like 5 issues and it's over for you, old man. But so it's not like they're like ruining these characters that people love. It's like in the case of Madam Web, these characters were never going to be mentioned anywhere else. You know what I mean? Like,
I think. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say like they have so many different Spider-Women. Like, Jessica is the main one. When you say Spider-Woman, most people think, oh, it's Jessica Drew. Like nobody thinks, Julia Cornwall. Yeah, that's my Spider-Woman. No, nobody does that. Come on, don't do that. Don't be honest. It's Jessica. Like Spider-Girl, they've got Anya in there. Again, small character. Her biggest role was in Civil War, I want to say, and that was a long time ago. Oh my goodness, I feel old, man. But it's just like these aren't like major characters they're ruining, and people are like, oh no. You know what I mean? Like it's just, I don't know. Like,
well,
people overreact sometimes.
What I was gonna say to Dom's point about Sony fucking up this whole thing, right? They're turning every villain into a superhero. So if we're being honest, the Venom movies make him out to be a superhero, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which I know at some point he does, but that's not really his origin, right? His origin is Eddie Brock hates Peter Parker and is kind of an asshole, and then eventually becomes an anti-hero. Morbius, kind of an anti-hero, but also, from what I remember from the Peter Parker cartoon, also kind of a villain, and Blade wanted to kill his ass. Now Kraven the Hunter, they're going to make a solo movie about Kraven the Hunter and turn him into a superhero for some reason.
This could be interesting if they if they do, I can't remember what it might have been the last night. Craven's got cancer, and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna kill Spider-Man, and he does kill Spider-Man, and then he puts on the suit, and he's Spider-Man. Until Spider-Man's like, oh, I'm not dead yet. You got this ass whooping coming. Revenge, and that could be interesting. But Craven's an interesting guy, but his main story is like he doesn't have like a standalone Craven, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like there's no like standalone Craven can survive without Spider-Man. Same with Morbius. Without Spider-Man, he's just kind of fucking boring, But Craven,
that movie was ass.
Yeah,
that Morbius
is
was ass.
Yeah, I was disgusted.
Shit was terrible.
I had my cape on for Venom and even Let There Be Carnage, but yeah, Morbius, I had to like, maybe people are right about this Spider-Man universe. Madam Web, I still need to see it before I get defended, but Craven's interesting.
Oh, delicious. I'm marrying a woman that can make a mean taco.
That's all it takes, huh?
Listen, I'm Mexican. If you can make a great taco, like that's already half the battle.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I was peeping the Marvel DC convo. That Madam Web movie, Melissa wants to see, but I ain't trying to see that shit. I kept seeing like much.
Go
like,
see it.
Shit.
Go see it.
I ain't gonna do
but
that.
Sometimes that's good. But sometimes that's
good. It should be on Amazon Prime.
If you've never watched a movie, like it's bad, and you watch it anyway because you want to see, like, I gotta see
that. That's what I did with Morbius. That's what I did with Morbius.
So go ahead and watch that Madam Web. I mean,
so
Dakota Johnson
Captain Marvel got
trash.
Captain Marvel got a lot of bad press. The Marvels got a lot of bad press. Everyone said it was ass. Anything that's a female-led cast, a lot of people just shit on because I don't want to female.
No, I'm shitting on it because it's the Sony Spider-Man universe without Spider-Man. Like I heard Darrell's like reasoning behind it making sense. He made it make sense, but still, just like I can't. I can't.
If they really had to have a Spider-Man, they should just be like, man, fuck Tom Holland and just get like some no-name actor to like show up a Spider-Man for 10 minutes in each of these movies.
Exactly.
It's like, and this is the part where Morbius went too far and Spider-Man showed up and put him in a coffin. It's like, and this is the part of Madam Web when they realized they were in way over their head, and Peter Parker comes in to save the day. But I don't know. Again, a lot of these are Madam Web. Dakota Johnson told us it was bad, so I don't know why people are going in expecting peak cinema here. You know what I mean? And sometimes
she also promoted the fuck out of 50 Shades of Grey, so I'm not sure I trust her opinion on what is good and what is bad. We'll see.
Judgment?
Yeah.
Did you watch 50 Shades of Grey? Is that your thing?
I watched the first one. I didn't watch anything after the first one because the first one was.
Were there sequels?
There are 3 movies.
Wow,
really?
Okay.
I know there were
There
2.
are 3 movies, 3 books.
When I tap out on a series, because I saw a commercial for 8 Harry Potter films today, and I was like, I could have swore there were only 6.
Hold on. You tapped out on Harry Potter?
I tapped out on the movies.
Why?
I read the books. I read the books. I just wasn't feeling the movies for some reason.
Nah, I'm all about the movies.
No, we fucks with Harry Potter around here.
We legit just finished another binge of the Harry Potter movies, like just randomly. Like so.
I'm trying to think when I tapped out on the Harry Potter movies. I think what's the first one they split into? That's why I was like, I'm not doing this.
Deathly Hallows.
Deathly Hallows.
That was the last movie.
Is that the only one that split into?
Yeah, that's the only one that splits.
Yeah. Goblet of Fire. Then that's when I tapped out.
The fourth one.
Yeah.
Which sucks because the next movie,
Order of the
Phoenix, is my favorite fucking Harry Potter movie. It is my personal opinion the best movie in the series.
Man.
Yeah, that's a bold take.
My personal opinion.
Maybe I'll sit down and watch them, but I don't know. I really enjoyed the books, but for some reason I just like it's whatever on these movies. I tapped out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I feel that.
I
It's
just-
kind of
I-
like
I
it's kind of like when
randomly-
B was like, I can't. I didn't watch all of Raw, even though it was a great Raw.
Yeah.
Like he's like, I didn't watch Raw, but it was a good Raw.
Well, Vince, let me ask you a question.
Yes, only one.
You come to a locked door,
Okay.
right? You have to get to the other side of the locked door. What do you do?
I'm not. I don't know what I do there. What's the rest of the surroundings looking like? It's just a locked door, nothing else.
It's just you walk up to a building, the door is locked. You need to get into the building. What do you do?
I feel like this is a setup for a Mexican breaking in.
No. Just he asked me this question the other day. Just answer it.
I would try to see if there's like a key or something I can like try to like jangle the like pick the lock with. You know, probably, that's
Which one? Are you gonna try a key or you're gonna try and pick the lock?
Well, first I'd look to see if there's like a key or something around there.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, so
Just
look for the
first
key.
thing you
That's
try.
the first thing you try.
All right. Okay.
So I saw this TikTok and they were talking about how there are all these different like sorting hat things and bullshit. And he says this is the true test to determine what Hogwarts house you are.
Okay.
And this is the question, right? And there are four reasonable answers that Katie fought me for 3 hours on before she actually gave me one.
Not 3
Because
hours.
she thought it was a
fuck
riddle.
off.
Because she thought it was
It
a
was
riddle.
9 in the morning. I was trying to get ready for work.
They say if you say that you're going to kick down or break into the door, you are Gryffindor. If you say you're going to pick the lock, which is what I had said, you're a Slytherin. If you look for a key, you're a Ravenclaw. And if you knock on the door to see if someone will let you in, you're a Hufflepuff.
Knock, knock, bitch. That's what I picked.
So you are technically a Ravenclaw, Vince.
I am Hufflepuff. I don't give a fuck.
But you didn't want to knock.
You didn't
I don't
knock.
give a fuck what
See
your
if anybody's
test
knocked.
says. I've took plenty of tests and I keep coming out Hufflepuff.
You know, mine keep coming out Gryffindor, and I really don't feel like a Gryffindor guy. Even then, I was like, "Hey, man, you kick down the door if it's not." He's over here debating on picking the lock or looking for a key, and I'm like, "Man, just kick it down."
Go do it. Yeah, no, you're a Gryffindor.
It's spot on.
Oh man,
Knock, knock.
Kate said the same thing. She said, "I'm looking for a key," and I'm like, "No, I'm just trying to pick that lock. Like, fuck, wasting time looking for a key. Trying
right?
a key.
Like you gonna look for a key? Come on, man. Oh, let me hope there's a key under the mat here. Come on.
That's usually what I do because like everyone keeps a key underneath somewhere.
Nah, man.
But
not us.
Whose
No.
house it is? Why aren't you knocking to
Absolutely
see
not.
who's there?
well,
Like,
I wasn't giving
Daddy
giving
ass.
context clues. I wasn't giving
So?
context clues. He just said just like
I-
before. That's
I
it.
also wasn't given context clues. I fought him on this apparently for 3 hours.
It is a very simple question. You have to get through a locked door. How do you get through a locked door? What do you do? There is no context clues. That is the question, and your answer determines what house you were in. And your
Because
answer,
why the fuck would I knock if I like for instance, here's where context clues matters. If it's just like a empty ass wall and like just like a fucking door, just nothing but a door, why the fuck would I knock on it? I don't know what's on the other side like that, right? But if it's like, let's say it's a house, right? I'm gonna knock on it. Like let's say I go to it's a building, I'm gonna knock to see if someone hears me.
they don't give you context clues because they want you to give your first immediate reaction. It's just your gut reaction. What do you do in this situation?
Because the
more
context clues
you
matters.
get, changes your no, because that changes your answer. You just need your first gut reaction answer. That's what you gave
My
us.
answer changes
and you
based on
didn't
where
like
the
it.
fucking door is
That's
attached to.
the problem. That's the thing. It's not supposed to. It's not supposed to be on. It's just a locked door. That is the scenario, Vince. We don't add context. And
This
shit
questionnaire is
because
stupid, man. I don't agree with it.
Hey man, if
just
he
didn't
wants
like
to be
the
a
answer that you
Hufflepuff,
got.
you let him be a Hufflepuff. I don't know why you'd want to be a
How
Hufflepuff.
dare you try to change
Excuse
my
me?
fucking house?
Oh, is Hufflepuff loved over here? I'm sorry. I
am the
Oh.
most loyal person you ever meet in your entire life.
oh man,
I am
Hufflepuff
loyal.
is-
I'm loyal too.
ouch.
I might go ahead and flirt with other podcasts, but I always come back to Matt.
It's loyalty. Oh my goodness. I
You're
see
right.
how
You
I
gotta be
see
loyal
how
to
it
him
is,
like that,
man.
Darrell. Man,
Keep
Darrell, you gotta be
those
that loyal, man.
puffs around here. Come on, man. I never went off and tried to join another show on you. Come on now.
That's right.
Listen, y'all recruited
However,
middle of his show.
Dom is technically a unofficial official member of Powerbom Jutsu or Marks with Mikes at this point. So
I know, man. You be hanging out with them too much, man. I don't like it.
I've been on the last couple shows. Like I jump on there
We
here and
doing the
there,
Friday show
but
now, man.
no, I wait sometimes to jump on there, and sometimes I don't jump on there. It depends.
I'm gonna go on the next show and start problems.
Go ahead, man. Like the
Listen,
one dude
Doc-
starts the most problems, man. What's his name?
Don't say it on here. Come on, man.
Right,
You're not
well,
starting
you mean your
podcast.
neighbor, your boy, your
Casanova?
neighbor, the dude that lives down the road?
that boy, man.
I tell
Man.
Dom not to say it, and you guys start saying it. Look at that.
Yeah, no,
my
All I
goodness.
said was your neighbor, the dude that lives
He's-
down the road. I didn't say
He's
anything.
coming. He's coming for you guys.
Yeah, man,
He's
like-
gonna come find you guys.
You be so negative. I'm like, God damn.
Let me know when I care. Let me know when I should be scared.
Never.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah, this.
Listen.
Because-
I'm not gonna be afraid like of a man trying to comfort me when he can't even properly put his fucking cell phone landscape so that his full screen is on the fucking stream and instead of just one fucking TikTok strip on the channel. You know.
My goodness.
I'm
Oh,
saying,
Well, with all of that said, I do have to go season and prep some ribs for tomorrow. For
I'm going to warehouse eat. Then I'm coming to Chicago.
come on over.
technically,
I got
it's not
about
in
10 pounds.
Chicago.
It's like a 4-hour
about-
drive for me. I can make it.
I got about 10 pounds worth of ribs I'm putting in slow cooker tomorrow and getting.
How many people you expecting, man?
So we got it's me, my wife, my daughter, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, my brother-in-law, his girlfriend, and then my wife's cousin, her boyfriend, and her 2 kids. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
You're gonna have so much fun tomorrow.
Mhm.
You're gonna be begging for work on Monday.
So
Oh, man.
I got to go prep those ribs so I can get them in the slow
Yes.
cooker tomorrow morning so they're ready to go. So we're gonna end it here. Tommy, thanks for showing up. Just thanks for being here. Anyone else that's watching, thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed the post show shenanigans and all the comic book movie talk because we didn't say shit about wrestling as soon as we ended the wrestling show. You guys let B know I appreciate him coming through. I had a good time as always.
Yeah. Shout
Darrell,
out
Dom,
to
thank you guys for coming on.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks, man.
for sure.
We'll talk to you guys later.